Hello, everyone, and welcome to GameGorgon Live. My name is Jake.
And I'm Krug, and today we're here to talk to you about Pathfinder 2nd Edition. It's a new book. It's called Lots and Lots of Ancestries. The Lost Omens Ancestry Guide is what we're here to talk to you about. I'm really, really stoked for this. I know that I tweeted that I didn't look at any of this in advance, but sitting here waiting to start the stream, I have already broken that promise. So, sorry, I guess. I don't know.
So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be just kind of scrolling through the book. Like, we're not going to start from the first ancestry and go down. Well, I mean, we are technically, but we're not going to stop and go over each individual ancestry because, like,
there's stuff we want to get to that we are excited to discuss, and so we will go and discuss those things first. And then if we have more time, because we can't be here for like 24 hours straight this time. If we have more time, then we'll go back and talk about other stuff. If you have any requests, I'd say put them in the chat. Let us know what you want us to go over. We already saw that you want us to talk about weapons, and we're going to talk about weapons. But that's all that I've seen personally.
All right, so let's go through this bad boy. I love this cover immediately. Love the cover. We have the android, some lizard folk, which we've had for a while, and then this fucking grasshopper centaur.
What is that? Oh, that is so. What, I can't even tell what part of the book that is. Where is that?
This is the cover.
No. I mean, what part of the book lets you play a grasshopper centaur?
Gotcha.
I know that this is the cover.
I was like, we just said it was the cover, dude.
I'm not that stupid.
All right. We've got
scroll through.
Look at this. I'm gonna be. I want you to know, I'm gonna be stopping at the art like 99% of the time.
Yep. By the way, this, I don't know what this is in the little bowl, the leaf bowl.
Oh, the leaf bowl?
Yeah, but it looks delicious.
Do you know what it makes me think of? Captain Hook with Robin Williams. You know how they're like eating like the mush? Anyways.
This is a sprite, right? The first tiny ancestry. I've heard about that since way before today.
Okay. Hold on. I want to do this. Can I do multi? Because I want to see this page. How do I change this to 2 pages? Can I not do that? Because I really want to see this together.
Is it the button next to the little spinny thing at the top? Do you see that? Yeah. Nope. All right. I tried.
Nope. That's the fit, height, and width.
Oh, hey, right there.
Oh, there you go. Boom. Oh, look at that.
Hey, that's so good. That's so good. What is that little thing?
This thing? I don't know.
Yeah. That looks so cute, though. It's like a cute demon. Is that what Cloaky looks like?
You mean like all demons?
No, not like that. I just realized it has a mushroom growing out of its
stomach. It's probably a leshy of some sort?
Yeah. And also out of its head. Maybe it is a leshy of some sort.
All right.
If unknown, probably a sprite. Okay. Here's the overview.
I like this. I like some ASMR that aren't like traditional holier than thou, like all white.
I don't know what about these things you don't consider holier than thou, but they both look pretty holier than thou.
Broham has horns.
Yeah, but they're okay. All right. If that's all it takes to get you on their team.
Okay, how about this? You got some butt wings?
Those do look like butt wings. Okay, that's less holier than thou, I'd say. This one though, the one on the right, that looks pretty cool. These all look really cool.
Yeah, I love these. I love these a lot. Okay.
Oh man.
Oh yeah, these are like the aquatic types. These are the people that can like go underwater and stuff.
Do me a favor, pronounce it.
As our Kiti, as our Kiti.
I see it, and I told you this, and I don't know. Azarecti, as Erecti. I don't know. I wasn't really. We heard about these a while ago too, and I wasn't really that excited about them, but I'm down to look through them. After we go through all the art, I want to see the rest of the art. Keep going.
Okay, so this guy's cool though. Like,
oh yeah, that is pretty cool. It looks like a seal, you know, like I'm gonna assassinate you through the water sort of thing. Not a seal, the animal. Wrong seal.
Yeah.
Not that one. Yeah.
Okay, so this section. Okay, so we can stop here for a second. I want to talk about catfolk.
Okay.
Normally, I can't stand catfolk. I think they're super boring, and not only do I think they're super boring, but 99% of the like artwork / like way people play them, they want to play them like they're playing Skyrim, and they're like, yes, you've got trinkets for me, like and I just
Yep.
I'm not a huge fan of it, right?
No,
I'm just not a huge fan of it. But this chunkers over here on the left, this big blue boy, oh, I love it. It looks more like a tiger versus a cat. You know what I mean?
A little bit more like confident and like imposing instead of like, oh, I only care about one thing and it's shiny things.
Yeah, which this is what we kind of get over here on the right hand side is like, oh yes, you're here for trade, like I just,
which is cool. Like I think you can make that character interesting even if you're like, I don't think playing off of a Skyrim archetype is necessarily a bad thing, right? But it's just from the perspective of somebody who isn't playing this character to only see the character played that way gets repetitive.
That's not a catfolk. That's a Shakavine. I don't know.
So even though we're in the catfolk section, they're inserting other ancestries into the like artwork. That's interesting. Scroll up.
Scroll up. That goes back to the water people.
Yeah, I was seeing if there were other ancestries stuck in their thing, but it doesn't really look like there are. Unless, I don't know. I guess I can.
Dayton's joking. Well. Shut up, Dayton.
Oh.
Also, okay. The other thing I want to talk about catfolk is I love the artistic change that they've done. Like I love the art of Pathfinder 2nd Edition, like as a whole, but it very much feels scrolling through this book that they very, very, very much changed the art style, or got a new artist as a whole. But like I very much like the direction, and I mentioned this on our Discord server, right? Which is like, I know that we play in a fantasy world, and we can do whatever we want. But like seeing the artwork differently very much allows me to go, yeah, I don't have to look like the stereotypical catfolk, or I don't have to look like the stereotypical blah, right? Like there is very much like a visual difference between each one of them. And I very much like that they decided to go that route.
Well, and similar to the way that it'll tell you like the general attitude of the ancestry or like what their traditions are, stuff like that. You don't have to listen to any of that, but it gives you a nice like starting point. It gives you like a good template if that's the direction that you want to take it. It's just like a good like creative little like kick in the butt. And I think the artwork serves to do the exact same thing. And I agree, it looks really good. I can't remember ever not liking the art. You know what I mean? I don't know what you mean about changing the artist or the like direction or whatever, but like I like this. That's
I like it. I like it too. What I'm saying is you can just tell that they changed the direction of it, right? Like let me give you an example.
You're gonna open a different book?
I am gonna open up a different book.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like
that's kind of a reminder.
Yeah,
go back. Switch to the other one.
Which other one?
The other book. The only other book that you have two tabs open.
Sorry. You said that. I go back to the other one. I was like, oh, the other picture. What other picture?
I see it now.
Yeah,
it's a lot less flat because this doesn't really look like it has, but this has like shadow and like light is coming from a direction. I like it. You're right. I buy it. I'm into it.
Changelings.
How are you gonna draw a changeling? That doesn't make any sense. They could turn into anything, even a chair.
I don't like you.
By the way, joke, anyone? Okay.
But by the way, anyone who is watching us, if you see something that you really want us to go over, tell us to stop. We will stop and kind of go over it. But right now, we're just kind of scrolling through, and then we'll stop on stuff that we know that we're interested in. Also, very much, still very much love the art style. Baby, Dampier.
Oh baby. So yeah, right now we're in the like expanded existing Ancestry section.
Yes. Yeah.
So we're not really going to see anything super new, but I mean, we're just looking at the pretty art, honestly. Is there anything in here that I want the literally half of our party of Dampiers to take in Court of Corvids? Are we level 6?
Yes.
Okay, so the next one's level 9. Step into Shadow. Your shadow magic bleeds into the space around you whenever you cast a spell with the darkness trait. A lingering aura of shadows reduces bright light within a 5-foot emanation around you to dim light until the end of your turn. Like in natural dim light, you can use these shadows to hide, but the aura still makes your overall position obvious, so you can't become undetected. I don't really like that very much.
And I have to have a puppy right now because the other one is apparently sick of some sort and is making noise and is scaring the living daylights out of this one.
No.
And to prevent her from pulling on cable, I'm just gonna
That's a good choice.
Hold on to her.
I don't think anybody minds puppies, right?
No.
Taste blood is pretty interesting.
Okay.
You retain not only your vampiric parents' taste for blood, but their ability to gain vitality from it. You drink flesh blood from a living humanoid creature. I know that this is something Remy has alluded to wanting to do. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they actually do, but they have to succeed a fort save against the higher of your class DC or spell DC or become drained 1. Regardless of the outcome, they're temporarily immune for a day. Further uses don't increase the drained condition or grant you more temp HP. To drink a creature's blood, either your last action must have been a fang strike that damages the target, or the target must be restrained or unconscious. Hey, I can grapple. And your last action must have been a strike that dealt piercing or slashing damage to them. If the target is willing, they don't need to be restrained or unconscious. Why would you be willing? Oh, draining the life force of an unwilling humanoid creature is a greater violation than just drinking their blood. Taste blood has the evil trait unless the target is willing or is an active phone combat. Interesting. That is a lot of stuff. Drained 1's pretty good. And what was the temp HP? Did they gain temp HP? Gaining temporary hit points equal to the target's level for at least 10 minutes. The target's level for at least 10 minutes. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. At 5th level, that doesn't sound all that great. Like at 5th level, you're maybe biting into a 6th level creature to get 6 temporary hit points at level 5.
Yeah, but it doesn't have the attack trait, which is nice.
Yeah, Dayton, I agree. The drained is the big deal.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not saying temp HP is great. I think it's honestly more for flavor than everything else. I also like how they didn't make this inherently evil. And I know we've maybe talked this to death, but like this is only evil if you're doing it to somebody that's not in combat with you and they're
unwilling.
You're draining their life force and they're unwilling. Like it has like all of the caveats that make sense. It's not just like, oh, you suck the blood, you must be evil. Why do you suck the blood? I like it. I like all this.
Undead Companion.
Undead Companion? Do you literally just get like a perma zombie?
Your companion is also touched by undeath, a mix of traditional companion and a skeleton, zombie, or stranger from of unlife. Your companion gains the undead trait instead of the animal trait and gains negative healing. It otherwise uses the normal rules for an animal companion or familiar. That means it can still be affected by many conditions or effects to which most undead are immune. That's interesting.
They both take this feat and then they get permanent Dogscan Dagorno. Easy.
Yeah.
We're optimizing their characters for them on stream live. Their pet dogs will never die. Okay, I want to read the capstone really quick, just to because I want the capstone,
which is what the
twist healing. And I say capstone loosely.
Yeah.
You have to have the ability to cast heal or harm. I don't think anybody in our party. Well, okay, I don't think either of the Dampier in our party can cast those spells.
Yeah.
Can Robin cast heal? Okay.
Yeah.
Your connection to both life and undeath lets you twist the healing powers of magic items to suit your own needs and aims. Whenever you activate an item to cast a heal spell, you can invert its energy to produce the effects of an equivalent harm spell instead. Oh, that's interesting. So you can just only prep heal and get harm, and it's equivalent. So if you heighten it, it's the same. The harm spells heightened the same way. That's cool. I dig that.
Also, I'd
fun.
like to say thanks, Intoxicated Lillithid. Illithid, thank you. I can't read.
It's your favorite thing.
Illithids? I like this picture is what I like.
Oh yeah.
Dusk Walkers, aka Court of Corvids. No.
I was gonna say we're revealing it here right now. First time exclusive. This is a direct call out to the Court of Corvids show. There's absolutely no other reason for this photo to be in here aside from to promote Court of Corvids. They did forget the logo, but I think in the 7th or 8th print of this book, it's going to be in there, so don't even worry about it. All of that was a lie.
Also, I'd like to let everyone know this is the entire plot of Court of Corvids. All right.
A bird wearing a Plague Doctor mask eating some pie.
All right, so this one is the Dusk Walkers.
Yeah, I'm kind of meh on Dusk Walkers.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like they kind of already get touched on in a couple other places. So, I mean, still enjoy the artwork.
Yeah, the artwork's great.
I very much appreciate, okay, I
Look
love
at this hobgoblin.
This is my favorite hobgoblin.
Hands down, this hobgoblin's the best. I've literally been sitting on this page waiting for you to get there. He's so cool.
I love him.
You can see that he is feral and he doesn't mind, chewing your jugular off. But also, he's a dapper general guy. 10 out of 10. Love him.
Yeah, he is legit my favorite. I want to hear him talk. I would like to give him he'd very much talk like this, but he would also have kind of oh yes, good sir, we are going to take the battlegrounds. That's how I would voice him.
I disagree. He is strictly a French accent, nothing else.
Oui, bonjour.
Yes,
The only French that I don't know.
You don't even know what you just said.
And this dude's too. I love the armor. I love this entire look. He's so cool. I love the sad kind of Dobby ears. It's all great. I love all of this.
I kind of want to read Rallying Cry really quick.
Okay.
You call out to your allies and push them to give their all in combat. All allies within 30 feet that can hear you gain a number of temporary hit points equal to your level.
Where's Rallying Cry? Okay.
It's level 17, yeah.
Yep.
These allies become quickened for 1 minute, but can only use the extra action to step, stride, or strike, that's pretty versatile for an extra action.
I mean, stride? it takes them 2 actions to cast though. So I'm going to give.
It's their whole party. And it's for 1 minute. They get an extra action each, right? All allies, yeah, within 30 feet. Imagine if you were in a big final fight scene. You can have literally a full 30-foot, I guess, emanation. Is that what it is? Yeah, it is an emanation. Around you, get an extra action. I don't even know how many people that is. That's a lot of people, though. That's so worth.
I'm just saying we have an evil hobgoblin in the Parliament of Owls. Maybe they should, at 17 should take Rallying Cry.
I was going to say, are they level 17? Because if so, I'm switching sides.
All right. Kobolds. Okay. These are chunkers. Look at these little chunky little beasts.
This is not how I've ever imagined a kobold.
Never.
I'm super okay with it.
I am also completely. They're just these little, just chunky. I feel like I want to pick them up and just be you're just a little fat baby.
I mean, they still have really scary looking faces. I would never pick one of these up.
This is more animalistic. It very much I could see this character walking on all fours more than I can see walking on 2. God, it's so good.
They are very samey though. Aside from this one that you're looking at right now, the red one with it looks like horns to me. The rest of them look like they have ears.
Sure.
Oh well, maybe this one doesn't. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon.
The first one literally has a helmet on with rocks on it, so that it looks like it has ears. Like the blue one, it's got like a little helmet that literally its only purpose is to hold 2 rocks on its head.
I didn't notice that till just now. That's great. I love that. Oh man, that's great. That's 10 out of 10. Whoever decided that was going to be a thing, you're the greatest. The Leshies are honestly.
Yeah.
Can we just? Yeah. Oh my god, they're so good. It looks like it has a pear nose. Do you see that? Do you see the subtle pear in the nose?
I do.
10 out of 10. I love them.
And look at this little cactus.
Oh, he's so cute. Can you imagine that being a PC?
Yes,
can you imagine that being a barbarian? Just like getting in there with a fucking giant axe. Oh man.
Okay. What kind of Leshy is that specifically? Okay, Cactus Leshy. Okay, your spines cover your body. You gain a spine unarmed attack that deals 1d6 piercing damage. Your spine are the brawling group and have the finesse unarmed attack. I think that's great. A barbarian Cactus Leshy. Yes, I'm into this. I'm 100% into this. Just like roll around like come here. Like always grappling. Always grappling.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I love that. I want to also read Fruit Leshy. Your body continually produces small fruits imbued with primal magic. At dawn each day, a new fruit ripens. You or an ally can remove this fruit as an interact action. If a living creature can derive sustenance from fruit, derive sustenance from fruit, consumes it as an interact action within the next hour, they regain 1d8 hit points. That's pretty good. Plus an additional 1d8 hit points for every 2 of your levels beyond first. That's really good.
Mm-hmm.
This effect is healing, necromancy, and positive. That's honestly really good for a heritage thing. And that scales pretty well too. The fact that it scales in general is awesome. That's shockingly good. But hold on, if you go back up to the pear guy, does that mean that you eat his face?
I think he like creates like things that you can pull off of him.
But his face is so clearly a pear.
Yeah, but this could be the one that they're talking about.
Oh, well, fine. Yeah, those are berries.
Its face is a giant strawberry.
Like strawberry. All right. You don't eat his face. God.
Age of Spirits. This one, it reminds me very much of like the elf ancestry feat. You remember more of your previous incarnation than most Leshies during your daily preparation. You can meditate upon fragmentary memories of your past lives and gain a trained proficiency rank in one skill of your choice. The proficiency lasts until you prepare again. Since this proficiency is temporary, you can't use it as a prerequisite for a skill increase or a peppermint character upon its like a feat. So this very much makes me think of the like ageless elf, like the one where it's like, oh, you've seen humans come and go and you they die over and over again. You can spend X amount of time thinking about it and become trained in a skill. It's just the same kind of thing worded differently.
It's like you've forgotten more than other people will ever know sort of thing. I want to read Call the Green Man because it drew my eye because it said Call of the Green Man, and I'm like, what?
Okay.
Yeah, it's level 13. You call forth nearby nature spirits to augment your body. Once per day, you can cast plant. Oh, it's just plant form. Level 5th innate spell. When you reach 17th level, it can be heightened to 6th level. Yeah, that's a really interesting name, I guess.
Yeah, I don't.
Call of the Green Man. I don't know why it made me think Jolly Green Giant.
Yeah, same here.
But then you just like turn into the Jolly Green Giant. But I thought you were gonna like summon the Jolly Green Giant and he was gonna like beat people up for you, but I guess not.
Cloak of Poison, 2 actions. You secrete a cloak of concentrated poison that harms any who dare attack you. For 1 minute, any creature that touches you or damages you with an unarmed attack or melee weapon without the reach trait takes 3d6 poison damage.
Wow.
That cool.
Is a grappling dream. That is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there a feat that lets you take feats from other ancestries. Is that a thing, or am I making that up? Somebody in chat will say something at some point.
I don't know.
Lizard
folk. Okay, so talking about art, very much talking about art. I'm kind of weird with the lizard folk because it feels either not complete or it feels like a bad render of a 3D image.
It just feels like
a lot of it kind of just meshes together.
Yeah. I feel like it's less lit. Does that make sense? Like if you look at the one right above it, like the light is affecting it very drastically, and this just looks like hella flat. Like the Leshy that's holding the candle right above it. It's like so the light is so like a factor.
It's dramatic, and this is like there is no light whatsoever.
Which might make sense. Maybe it's like underground, but like there's no context for that, so it doesn't really work as well, I don't think. But it's also the same with this one. It's the same with all of them.
Of the lizard folk, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
What is this? What is it? What is the? If you go one more lizard folk down, one of them's holding the whole galaxy.
It's a lizard.
Did you guys know that in the Pathfinder lore, the deity that oversees all of the rest of the deities is just a normal lizard folk with a telescope?
So funny enough, the first time I saw this image, I thought he was missing an arm.
Why?
I don't, just when I scrolled past it, just like the way that it's just it goes green and then it stops. Like and it kind of matches with the background, like the white. And I was like, oh, he's missing an arm. That's interesting. And then I was like, oh no, it's there.
No, he's got it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Lizard folk are interesting, but it just feels weird. It feels out of place compared to all of the other artwork that we've seen.
Hit the first Auric one, and it just switches back.
Yeah.
Isn't that so strange?
Yeah, that's so weird.
I don't understand that.
Love me some orcs. The fact that we have like a bunch of orcs right now in Quarter Corvids going right now, missing layers. Yeah, it does. It legit feels like it is missing the light layer on all of the lizard folk.
Highlights and shadows on both on every lizard folk thing.
And I guess you can kind of see a little bit under his chin. I don't know. It's just drastically different between all the other.
Actually, you know what? This is not the right time for that, Kareem. Don't do that.
I love this. This feels very much Orc Witch right here.
Yeah. That's cool. The like I love the like cliche broom witch, but with the not cliche Auric ancestry. That's interesting.
Well, not just that. It's like it very much looks like it's a bat as well. Or an animal that is on the top of a staff, you know?
That is cute as heck. Maybe it's not a broom. Maybe I'm just seeing things. I'm seeing what I want to see.
Look at this look at this dude. Come on. And I think it was Lewis who tweeted out like we made our characters hot as hell. Like this right here. This is why. Like, look at this bad boy.
That axe looks like it's from Starfinder. That's the first thing.
It's kind of like reddish and like glowy.
Yep. That's the first thing I think when I see that axe is like, oh, we're getting some Starfinder weapons. Let's go.
What I love about this too is that it expands on even ancestries from other books. Like for example, prerequisite Orc Ferocity. That's not in this book. Orc Ferocity is in another book. Mm-hmm. So I like that it's not just like, okay, here are the set rules for these type of orcs. It's also kind of going back and looking at the other ones.
In order to make it feel like it's building off of the same base material as to actually do that, right? Like you can't just like throw a whole bunch of new options that are completely unrelated and expect it to feel like one cohesive thing. I think. Ratfolk are my favorite.
All right, we'll scroll down to Ratfolk. We'll talk about Ratfolk for a bit. Look at this little dude.
Yeah, I love this, and I so I don't know if you know this. Well, you know this. I don't know if chat knows this, but my significant other has pet rats, and so I know more than I used to by a significant amount about like rats and how rats behave and stuff like that. And after reading this, I think whoever designed the rats, the rat folk, knew about rats and like how rats think and like what their communities, I guess, for lack of a better term, or like what their society is like, because it's really accurate.
I like
I
this dude so much. This alchemist right here.
Oh yeah, of course you do.
Oh, so cool.
Of course you do.
Snow rats, tunnel rats.
Your incredibly small bones allow you to easily compress your body and squeeze through gaps. You gain the quick squeeze bonus feat, even if you aren't trained in acrobatics. Tight spaces not tight enough to require squeeze action aren't difficult terrain. Wow, how good! I love squeeze.
Dayton, by the way, I very specifically pointed that out for you.
Level 17 is a really counter a counter rat ability. Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. Like not lore. Like it's counterintuitive for lack of a better term. You just basically get to cast enlarge, 6th level enlarge once per day. You can only target yourself or another rat folk. So it's just like, oh, we can think of anything cool with rats. Let's just make them real big.
Yeah, that is interesting. Like,
yep,
that doesn't make like a ton of sense. Like, what about rats make you think, yeah, enlarge?
Yeah, it just seems like something like a good spell that they wanted to give you at level 17.
Yeah. Do they get cheek pouches? That you're thinking of Starfinder. I don't know.
On. Level 9, Uncanny Cheeks. You squirrel away useful objects and retrieve them at just the right time. Oh, this is the prescient. This is prescience, all of it. You gain the prescient consumable and prescient planner feats, except that you always withdraw the objects from your cheek pouches. This means the object you retrieve must fit in your cheek pouches. This is generally an item of negligible bulk unless you have the cheek pouches feat, which is APG, page 22.
I like this. I like this a lot because, first of all, I like the
all of the prescient feats, yeah, are really good. Really good.
Like, man, honestly, I really wish I had a crowbar. Boom, you have one.
All of these are very like, it seems very, very rogue oriented because there's like Uncanny Cheeks, which is, you can also get these feats from the rogue tree and it gives them a huge buff. Shin Stabber and Skittering Sneak, both of the level 13 feats seem very roguey to me. It's a lot of rogue stuff, which is cool. I think probably a lot of people play this as a rogue.
They're probably also leaning into the fact that like rats aren't like, at least stereotypically, rats aren't like sociable creatures per se. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're not like the way society discusses them, not necessarily how they really are, but like people think
they eat their children. So
what does that have to do with being a rogue?
I'm just saying that it's not sociable to eat your children.
Well, I mean, anyways. Look at this beefy boy right here. This beefy Tengu. Like, he's ready to just beat the hell out of you.
Kid Cutting said, only when stressed. As though that like that makes it okay. Like if a human is stressed and they eat their child, it's just like, yep, cool. What? Sorry, you're talking about the bird people?
Yeah, this very monkey kind of like Tengu.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. It also doesn't seem to be as highlighted as the rest of the artwork, but it also seems good. Like it's not as jarring to me as the Lizard Folk one was.
You know what's kind of throwing me off? The fact that this white is so close to this white, it makes me think that this is transparent.
Which white are you talking about?
On his eye.
That hole? Yeah. I mean, not hole. The thing that looks like a hole but isn't a hole.
Yeah, it's the. But then we go back to dramatic lighting here.
What is this nose? Hold on. Are these? Is this like your jam? I don't remember if this is your favorite ancestry or if it's something else.
No, the Tieflings, 100%
Oh,
are my favorite.
100% Tieflings. Okay.
Yeah,
I just remember you playing this like twice when I've played with you in the past.
I like Tengu. I like okay, let me rephrase. I like the story of why they exist in D&D. I don't remember the reason why they exist in Pathfinder, to be completely honest with you. And the idea behind them of the fact that they can't speak and that they're basically like parrots, where like they can only repeat things other people have said. Like that's kind of like where I am with them and like how I think about them. If you could stop, dog, that'd be great.
Nope.
She's laying here, I'm petting her belly, and she's like, pet more, pet more. Yeah, this guy's interesting. I like him. It's very stylized, very Eastern stylized, kind of like looks like a like traditional mask, you know, like a demon mask almost, you know. I don't know what kind of bird this is supposed to be.
Yeah, I have no idea. It is cool though. It looks awesome, and the one below him too. It's got the same kind of style.
Okay, this image actually bugged the fuck out of me.
Why?
Okay, because look, it only has one stick on the shoe. That is not a balanced shoe. You should have just walked around without it.
One stick on the shoe. That doesn't. I don't even know what those shoes are called, but I highly doubt that the protrusions are called sticks.
Look.
Is that really historically accurate? With only one little...
No.
I can only call it a stick because that's what you said. There's only one little thing. They must have two, or else they wouldn't be able to... Forget the shoes. The bird is armed. Bird is in fact armed. I'm going to try and figure out what these shoes are called.
Yeah, you know, I was doing the same thing. No, look. Okay. So they're called Tengu Gita.
Really? They have the word Tengu in them?
Yeah. I'm looking at them.
Yeah, they have two. They have two. Oh, well.
No. The one I'm looking at only has one. And I'm going to say this again. Just because it has one doesn't mean it's a good shoe. That doesn't make sense.
Now, why though? Okay, we're going down a rabbit hole. I shouldn't look up why these only have one little piece of wood.
See, look at this works fine. Look at this. This is good. Also, I'd love to see this. I would love to see how they would draw like elven boots of speed. You know,
elven boots of tripping.
All right, now the best ancestry in existence, right here. Look at this edgelord right here.
Yeah.
Look, I just want him to say, "Yo, what's up?" I haven't read through any of this. This one confuses me a little bit right here.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Was that bleeding over from Catfolk or
no? From like 30 pages before. No.
Whoops.
Rakshasa,
right?
It's a catfolk tiefling. I know that they're
because
versatile.
this is versatile. I didn't know that they were versatile, honestly.
This is a damn pure tiefling right here. This just makes me think
tieflings are heritage. Well,
this just makes me think of Annie from A League of Legends, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah. Now I can't unsee that now.
Yeah, you're welcome. And then here's the creepy snake picture that you asked. What is that even from?
Well, because now that I know it's a versatile heritage, I don't have as many questions anymore because it can just be anything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, there's so many feats in here that Molly should have.
For tiefling, she's not a tiefling though.
I know she's not a tiefling. I'm not saying she's a tiefling. I'm just saying traditionally fiends are exceptionally good at persuading people to do things even when their targets know it's a bad idea. You're also rather good at it. Compelling the weak and weak-willed to do your bidding. You can cast Charm once per day as a first level Divine Innate spell. It's just right up her alley to have access to charmy magic.
Yeah. How about Final Form? 3-action, 17th level ancestry. Once per day, you embrace your monstrous blood and make it your own, screaming out to the heavens and the hells alike in rage, pain, and defiance. Reality buckles and twists under your sudden power. Each tiefling has a unique transformation, but it might include sulfurous flames, choruses of shrieks, or twisting serpents, lightning. Every creature within 10 feet of you is deafened and dazzled for 1 round unless they make a success on a fortitude save using your class DC or spell DC, whichever is higher. Your final form has the effect of Divine Vessel for the deity that shares an alignment with your fiendish lineage. Your final form resembles a creature from your fiendish lineage, and you remain in that form for 1 minute. While in this final form, you can cast Chilling Darkness, Fireball, and Lightning Bolt at 6th level Divine Innate spells, once each per use for this feat. When you emerge from your final form, you become Drain 3. In addition, if you have this feat, you gain weakness 10 to good even when not in this form, and you make a good and you take good damage even if you aren't evil. I
a lot
fucking love this.
Hold on, do you know Divine Vessel off the top of your head? Because I don't. I'm gonna read it really quick. Oh my god, that's a lot. Okay. If you're medium or smaller, you become large. You must have the space to expand. You gain 40 temp HP. You gain a fly speed equal to your speed. You gain weakness 10 to the opposite of this alignment, right? +1 status bonus to saves against spells. Dark vision. Your unarmed attacks and weapons deal 1 additional damage of your chosen alignment. And 1 or more unarmed melee attacks. Okay. If you choose good or lawful, your fist attacks deal 2d8 damage. If you choose chaotic, you gain a bite attack that deals 2d10. And if you chose evil, you gain claws that deal 2d8 and have agile finesse. That's a lot. Plus all the other stuff. Dazzled, deafened, man. And then the weakness. That's a lot of stuff. A lot of these actually look like they just emulate spells, right? Like both of the 9th level, or 2 of the 9th level, no, all 3 of the 9th level feats just emulate spells, which is weird.
I'm just saying, I love this and I like it a lot, and I want it. Arturo casting final form. Just
oh no.
Yeah, and chat's talking about Drain 3 is a lot. It takes 3 days to get rid of. I would say, but I'm pretty sure, I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but there are magical means to get rid of Drained. So the thing is like, that's 3 days without any sort of outside resources, right? But if someone comes in and, you know, you're Drain 3, but then turn around and does something, then there is a side effect to that. Like you won't have to deal with that nearly as bad.
Yeah. I'm in agreement with Intoxicated Illithid. At level 17, Drain 3 is not going to last 3 days. It's level 17. You're either going to sacrifice some actions in the middle of combat, or it's going to end at the end of combat, you know?
Yep.
Which is like, not to say it's bad. Drain's good, but I don't think there are very many permanent status effects at that level, you know, or multiple day duration status effects. You either die or you can just get rid of them when you're done.
Look at this page. Look at this page. Just
yeah, I don't know what's happening, and I don't think I want to. Wait, how come I don't have? Oh, you're looking at 2 pages. Okay, I was like, why don't I have that page? That's so cool.
Yeah, it's so creepy. I love it.
Mm-hmm. That is.
I agree. They are being really nice. Like
they look like they're trying to help him up. Like, hey,
the werewolf and the flesh wrap is just like, yo, we got this. And the zombie's just in the back, like, oh, are you okay, young man? He's even doing it with a smile. I've got you, buddy. You know, like
smile, baring his teeth, same thing, right?
You know, just some people just don't understand. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
just misunderstanding.
All right. Actually, the new stuff now.
Yeah,
I mean,
the new
everything
stuff.
was technically new stuff,
Yeah,
but the new Ancestries now.
Okay, Android.
Beep boop. Is Android heritage or
Yeah, it's an ancestry.
Yeah.
Ancestry.
I don't know why I remember it being a thing.
What?
A heritage, but maybe I'm wrong.
No. I know it's an ancestry because it says hit points, size, speed.
Oh. True.
All of this stuff. So these ones, I think we should definitely go one by one because.
Yeah.
All right, so
new.
Android, 8 hit points, medium size, 25 feet, Dex, Intelligence is a free. They're charismatic. Okay, all of that makes sense. Some languages, common and
Androphin. That's a cool name. I like that. Androphin.
I assume that's just the Android language.
Yep. I like that one of the languages is Utopian. That's interesting. Yeah. One of the optional ones they have access to.
Trait, Android and humanoid. Okay.
Ooh, what is the Android trait?
I don't know yet, but we have constructed your synthetic body resists alignment better than those of purely biological organisms. Ailments. You gain a +1 circumstance bonus to saving throws against disease, poisons, and radiation.
Since when is radiation? Is that a type of damage?
Radiant. No, RADI.
No, that's radiation.
Yeah.
Has that always been a thing? Radiation damage?
I mean, we might
just not know because I'm not a high enough level to have to deal with radiation. That's interesting. I want to see what the Android trait is. Where do I see that? Hello? Maybe there's like an index or something that
we'll get to it.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We've got other stuff. Emotional unaware. You find it difficult to understand and express complex emotions. You take a -1 circumstance penalty to diplomacy and performance checks, and on perception checks to sense motive.
That's rough.
Yeah.
But it has what?
But it also has low light, is what I was going to say. The next thing.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, those two, I think, or those three cancel each other out pretty well. I don't think emotionally unaware is like too crippling if you get constructed and low light vision.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty cool.
All right, now we go into the heritage of androids.
Yeah. So there's artisan. Your body was originally designed to create. I love this, that you're like a specific kind of tool. That kind of like lore gets me going. Your body was originally designed to create works of arts, complex tools, or maintain advanced machinery. You become trained in crafting, and you gain the specialty crafting skill feat in a specialty of your choice. That's pretty straightforward. Impersonator. You were augmented with processes and an appearance intended to blend in with humans more easily. You became trained in deception, or another skill if you're already trained. You don't require a disguise kit when attempting deception checks to impersonate a human. That's insane. In addition, you gain a +4 circumstance bonus to impersonate checks to pretend that you're a human version of yourself rather than an android. That's cool. This bonus doesn't apply to other checks to impersonate humans. A laborer, your body is adapted to endure physical hardships or perform hard labor for long periods of time. You become trained in athletics. And you gain the hefty holler. That's not that exciting.
No, that one's kind of like, yes, you're metal. I get it.
you can lift heavy thing. Polyglot. You're programmed with a multitude of linguistic proficiencies, likely to act as a translator. So you're C3PO basically. You learn 2 new languages, chosen from the common languages or uncommon languages you have access to. They take the same form signed or spoken as your other languages. If you select the multilingual feat, you learn 3 new languages instead of 2. What does it mean they take the same form signed or spoken? Can you only know languages in signed or spoken? Not both?
Well, unless you take the feat.
Oh. That's okay. Sure, I guess.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I'm not a big fan of, to be completely honest with you. Like, I'm more of a fan of, hey, you know this language, and you also, like, I understand that you don't know, like, in real life, right? I understand that when I know English, I don't know American Sign Language. language, right?
Yep.
That being said, we're playing a game, and like having accessibility into a game is a little bit helpful. So like just making it so that if you know Common, guess what? You can read, write, sign, and speak in Common is where I like to live. You know what I mean? Versus like, oh, well, you have to have a feat to learn how to sign. And
at least make it like something you could learn during downtime without having to expend a whole feat or something, you know? Like if you spend 2 weeks of downtime, you can learn then. Not that I'm saying that is how long it should take someone to learn an entire language, but I think it is a good compromise. I don't think making someone take a feat is necessarily the greatest way to implement that, but okay, that's fine. And then warrior android. Oh, sorry. Do you want to say something?
I was going to say also learning 3 languages instead of 2 whenever you take the multilingual feat is also hella strong, especially if you want.
I super didn't see that part. I think I skipped over that before.
No, you said it. I think
I was just thinking about the previous sentence the whole time. Yeah. That's really good, actually. You're right. That's okay. Not traditionally good, clearly. Not like min-max combat, but like you could make your DM kind of frustrated at that point if you stack a bunch of languages. And then warrior. You're naturally gifted warrior program for combat. You're trained in all simple and martial weapons. Cool.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of useful if you're trying to make a fighter without using the actual fighter class, you know? Just being able to add that to anything.
I'm a wizard with a warrior android background.
Look, man, I'm not saying that it works everywhere. I'm just saying that you can make that useful. You can for sure make that useful.
Yeah, Dayton says weirdly enough, warrior is the worst one because the proficiencies don't scale. Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah, they don't scale. You're right. That is not good at all. That is really unfortunate. Cool. You want to talk about some of these feats?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah. Oh my god. I'm gonna judge them so hard on some of these.
Why?
Where are all my IT people at?
Oh god.
Cleansing subroutine. Oh god.
Oh, okay, hold on. Let's go in order. Android lore. Okay. You have a keen interest in the organism of your people. You gain the trained proficiency rank in crafting and thievery. If you would automatically become trained in one of these skills from the background or a class, for example, you instead become trained in a skill of your choice. You also become trained in android lore. Boring.
I mean, it fits with the polyglot. It makes sense. I like it. I think it's good.
I mean, okay, look, I say boring just because the fact is that like that is very much like I don't know. It's just I don't find it fun. Like when it's just something like, and by find it fun, like just having a plus to a skill, it's just not fun to me. Hey, guess what? You're trained in a thing. Good job. You took a feat, so you're trained. Grats, brah. Like it doesn't feel impactful into play. Like I think something that you said in a GameGorgon episode, which I don't know if it's out or not, is you said, will I be upset about it if I forget about it? Right? Like, will you fight for the retcon? Like if I forget that I have Android lore, right, on a thing, am I going to argue about it, or am I going to, damn, it would have been really nice to have that +2 to whatever, you know?
Yeah, no, I can see that. And I think it's just different play styles, right? Like when we play, we're very, like our games are very dramatic, right? Either because there's a lot of combat, like that kind of challenge, or there's like a lot of drama in another sense of the word, right? But some people just have like a lot calmer games. And that's kind of what I'm learning from reading like through stuff on the internet, like games of political intrigue, right? Where there's literally everything is above board. It's not like political intrigue as in somebody's trying to assassinate the senator. It's like, no. This is like a meeting of parliament. We're trying to convince these people to do a thing 100% above board. Which is interesting, and stuff like this can be useful for that, you know?
And both Intoxicating Illithid and Dayton are both saying, yeah, this is the standard feat that every single ancestry has. And it's like, yes, I get it. It's just, I don't know.
And I don't like judging a design based on a pattern, right? Because like if we're judging this based on the pattern, then it fits. But that's not an interesting way to view it, right? If we don't view it as its own silo of stuff, then we're basically making excuses at that point. Oh, well, this is the way it doesn't matter what other things are. Just judge it for what it is. That having been said, cleansing subroutine.
This one's all you. This one's all you.
I'm about to cringe. I expect it. I expect it, judging by their website. Your nanites help purge your body of harmful chemicals. Oh, no. And toxins. Each time you succeed a fortitude save against an ongoing poison, you reduce its stage by 2 or by 1 against a virulent poison. Each critical success you achieve against an ongoing poison reduces its stage by 3 or by 2 against a virulent poison. Didn't you already have... that was just +1 to saves against that thing. Against poisons and stuff. Okay. I mean, I don't like the nanites. I really don't. I really don't like them.
Chat is saying that this is the Kay Cunning feat because she loves putting poison in all of her games that she runs. And so you know, the fact is she says, 1, I hate it. 2, I would take it.
Okay, I really quickly, I did a search for the word nanite, right? And I just want to read what the nanites are, like the lore behind the nanites, because it's bothering me. Their bodies contain microscopic nanites transported by fluid too watery to be blood that manage their organic processes. These nanites are controlled through biological circuitry that resemble tattoos and is typically located along the android's hands, forearms, face, or neck. Many androids can harness their nanites to increase their body's efficiency, causing the circuitry to glow. That is what it says about their nanites. Cool. So they're just like white blood cells. So like you can refactor this to say your white blood cells help purge your body of harmful chemicals and toxins. And it makes sense. Okay, sure. Yeah. I guess I don't really have room to be mad about it, but
I'm going to be.
I don't know. Nanites feel so overdone and like overused and underjustified, and I just don't like it.
Emotionless. Your manufacturing emotional processors make it difficult for you to feel strong emotions. You get a +1 circumstance bonuses, saving throws against emotion and fear effects. If you roll a success on a saving throw against an emotional fear effect, you get a critical success instead. This is basically the fighter feat.
It's interesting because it's, first of all, you said manufacturing, it's malfunctioning emotional processors. And I think it's really interesting that this feat implies that part of you is malfunctioning. And so I looked up the word, I just Control F the word malfunction. None of the rest of this implies that you're malfunctioning. At least it doesn't use the word malfunctioning. I'll be interested to read the rest of it like in detail and see if there is something that implies that every android is in some way like under cared for. But I don't know. Basing a feat off that is an interesting choice.
You know what also is really interesting? Because it is its own ancestry, right? The fact is that we can turn around and take a feat from someone, like we can take a feat that allows us to take feats from another ancestry, right? So if you're a lizard folk, or let's say you're a gnome, and you take that feat to take a feat from androids, and you take this, are you malfunctioning?
Well, it's non-physiological feats.
Wouldn't that be all of them then?
No, well, technically, I mean, if this implies that you have emotional processors, then it doesn't give your lizard folk emotional processors. Because that's part of the physiology of the lizard folk, right? It doesn't have emotional processors.
I feel like there should
be rules strictly as written. You wouldn't be able to take that feat.
But I feel like there should be a tag for that if that's the case.
I mean, Android.
Yeah, but they all have.
That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. That was a dumb comment. Ignore it.
Yeah.
That would be something that I would literally edit out. Me being really stupid, like aggressively stupid. Yeah. Okay. I think there should be. Maybe, but there is definitely not. so deal with it.
Yeah. Anyways, next one. All you.
Internal compartment. You can hide a small. I'm sorry. I had to get my immaturity out of the way. You can hide a small object of up to light bulk inside a hollow cavity on one of your farms. Okay. It takes 3 interact actions to store an object. Oh no. 3 interact store an object in this way. You gain +4 circumstance bonus to DCs to seek or steal objects stored inside your arm. If you store a weapon in your arm, you can use a single action to interact to draw the weapon into the hand corresponding to your internal cavity, then strike with the weapon. That's cool. So you can draw and strike with one action. I don't like that you can't take this twice and have 2 compartments in both of your forearms and then just be like, wow, and like whip out both of your weapons and attack with both of them. That'd be cool. I don't know why they had to limit it to 1 cavity. Why can't I have 2 cavities?
Chat is calling it the prison pocket. Or if you watch Parliament of Owls, Nature's Pocket.
Nature's Pocket, except for unnatural because it's an android. Nanite Surge. A reaction that triggers when you attempt a skill check requiring 3 or fewer actions. Are there skill checks that require more than 3 actions that don't require like minutes or days?
I have no idea.
Like something you have to be hasted. That'd be interesting to figure out. You stimulate your nanites, forcing your body to temporarily increase its efficiency. That's so vague. You gain a +2 status bonus to the triggering skill check. In addition, your circuitry glows, lighting it. Oh, that's cool. There's actually like a visibility consequence. Your circuitry glows, lighting a 10-foot emanation with dim light for 1 round. That's cool. I like that.
Oh yeah,
I like how they make that.
Chat says diplomacy is a minute.
Yeah, but I mean without using a time. So is there anything that takes 4 actions basically?
I don't think anything takes over 3. You can't have something that takes over 3.
Yeah, but you can be hasted. Like something you have to be hasted in order to use or something. I think that'd be interesting. But I don't think it's a thing. Yeah. I guess I'm alone on the nanite thing, but that's fine. I'll just
It's Night vision adaptation. The nanites in your ocular processor have adapted to darkness, enhancing your ability to see in the dark. You gain dark vision.
It's just so poorly like. Do you see what I'm saying? They're just like the nanites in your ocular processors have adapted, but it said before that the nanites were like in
your blood,
fluid inside your like not blood. It's just this like what's the word?
It's a filler. It's a filler. It's a filler. It's a MacGuffin.
Is that the word? Is that the right word? It's literally just like the technology in your technology has done technology to give you this buff.
A MacGuffin is a thing that allows you to accomplish your goal.
Yes, this is a MacGuffin. This is 100% a MacGuffin. Yeah, that is why it's literally the MacGuffin in your ocular processors have adapted to darkness. That's what I'm reading. Ugh, it's unobtainium. Yes, it is definitely the unobtainium.
Proximity alert. You're unnaturally in tune with your surroundings and react instinctively to danger. You get a +2 circumstance bonus to perception checks when checks made as initiative rolls. Again, I go back to the like single bonuses to single rolls. It fits because it's a level 1 and it's not supposed to be hella strong, but also like boring.
Yeah. Radiant circuitry. Your biological circuitry emits light like a torch, casting bright light in a 20-foot radius. The light shuts off when you take this action again or are knocked unconscious. So you basically get to cast bad light.
Yeah.
Cool. Worst cantrip. I like it.
All right. We are now moving to level 5. Maybe we'll get something cool. Advanced targeting system. Your ocular processors are augmented with the advanced targeting system. I'm surprised they didn't say the nanites in your ocular processor are
I had 2 things to say, but you just took one of them. So hold on. Second thing. Really quick. Your ocular processors are augmented with advanced targeting systems, which implies that sometime between level 1 and level 5, someone or something upgraded you. How? Where did you buy? Can I buy ocular processor advanced targeting systems in the world? Is that how that works? Or is the Android creating these things? it's again a little bit under explained.
Maybe it's a software update. You can cast True
Windows
Strike
updates
once per day as a first level arcane innate spell.
Windows updates.
It's a Windows update. Like, it's a forced Windows update. Once you hit level 5,
you get Windows updates.
Your software, you automatically, like, it's one of those forced reboots.
Where
you just like
you go to sleep one night and you're on version 1, and then you wake up and you're on version 2, and there was not even a prompt involved.
Yep, exactly.
Even if you're in the middle of the combat, you blank out for a second and then come back. Man. Inoculation subroutine. Your nanites reject diseases with ease. Each time you succeed at a fortitude save against an ongoing disease, you reduce its stage by 2 or by 1 against virulent. On a critical success, it's 3 or 2 against virulent. That's good. You're basically slowly becoming immune to poison and disease, which is neat.
Nanite Shroud. MacGuffin Shroud, 2 action, once per day. Your MacGuffin fly out of your body, swarming around you in a cloud. You become concealed for a number of rounds equal to half your level. You can't use this concealment to hide or sneak as normal for concealment that makes it your positioning obvious. While MacGuffin Shroud is active, you can't use other abilities that require the use of your MacGuffin.
Nice. I was really, really hoping that they were going to cover that contingency, because I swear if they hadn't written that, if you could use your nanites to cleanse your blood while at the same time having your nanites around you in a cloud, I would have been very upset. But no, that's not the case. There's also protective subroutine, which has a prerequisite of MacGuffin Surge. Your MacGuffin can augment your defenses. You can choose to activate MacGuffin Surge when you attempt a saving throw instead of when you attempt a skill check. If you do, you gain a +2 status bonus to the triggering saving throw. I should probably throw this in here that I haven't fully read 100% of the Android lore, so it could be very well justified, but that's where I'm at right now. For now, I'm at the point where I don't think it is well justified enough.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
9th level. Internal respirator. At 9th level, your body can internally synthesize oxygen for limited periods of time. When you hold your breath, you can do so for an additional hour due to internal air reservoirs. At the end of this hour, an air reservoir are expended. Refilling your empty air reservoir takes 10 minutes of exposed to breathing air. I think this is interesting.
Yeah. I think it's interesting. I have a question though. Would you rule that 5 minutes of exposure to breathable air gives you 30 minutes of internal respirator?
As a GM, I would.
Yeah. I'm on that page. I wish they had made that. I wish that had been rules as written, because right now I think it's written in such a way that a GM could potentially justify saying, no, you need to wait the full 10 minutes to regain any usage of it. And I just don't think that makes enough sense, you know?
I also agree 9th level is not too early. 9th level is not too early for underwater breathing. I don't know. I could definitely see this being a 5th level thing. Like, underwater breathing, I don't know. But it's difficult.
It requires such few resources to use, I think, is the thing.
I'm trying to think as a GM, right? As a GM, when I put you in situations, I want to give you all of the tools to succeed, right? Or have the option to have all of the tools to succeed, right? So if I'm, for example, sending you underwater, I'm going to make sure that you have underwater breathers that allow you to do this, so that you're not just trying to hold your air, your breath for an hour, right? So, like, I don't know.
I think it's good for a situation like, imagine like a dungeon delve, and there's, you know, an underwater part of a cavern that you can use to scout ahead if you want, but only one of the players can make it to the end. So you have to make the choice. Like, do you want this person to split from the party and go to the through the underwater part to see what's ahead and potentially report back while also potentially putting themselves in danger? Or do you want to just continue as a group without any information? Like, I think it's a good
At the same time, as a GM, I would just go, you come across an underwater chasm in your cave. You can see that on the shore of this chasm that there is a single rebreather that is available for you.
That's possible. If none of your party has it and you really want that to be the way that it works, but like if your player picks this, they clearly want to do that sort of thing, and then you can just give it to them, you know?
Like, so we were talking about this earlier on the Discord. We were talking about the Viking archetype and how like the idea of the Viking is very, very cool. But the first couple of feats are very hyper specific. Like you aren't, running in shallow water is not considered rough terrain for you. It's like, yeah, cool.
So apparently the Azarecti, you by now you know that we can't pronounce these words, right? They get a level 17 feat that lets them give an entire group of people unlimited water breathing. Might be 17 or 13. I'm reading this from chat. We haven't seen it yet. But that's...
I mean, we can go back to them and look at them real fast.
That's a lot.
Hold on. I'm going to scroll back up to it. And we're going to
Okay.
If it's in this book.
It's 13. Dayton says it's 13. Aquatic adaptation. Aquatic adaptation.
Yeah, so at 13th level, I can give my entire party the ability of this. 9th level, I can do it for myself for an hour.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think 0 resources, 10-minute refractory period. It's not the worst.
No. I definitely think it's interesting. I think it would be... Okay. As a GM, would you allow a android to expel some of the oxygen to allow another person to breathe? Like, have you seen Waterworld before?
Yes.
There's a
scene, like do the kiss and then blow the oxygen. Yeah, I would 100%. That seems reasonable. Because like you're pulling the oxygen in somehow, right? So why not just reverse that process? I think that would be, look, I know that's not written in the book, but I think that's a really clever player doing something kind of innovative, and I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude. Done. Do it.
Yeah, I think it'd be interesting. Like
they have to make some kind of check to not accidentally pump all of the oxygen into the other player at the same time.
just blow the back of their heads off.
Whoops, natural one.
I don't know. All right, let's keep going. We're stuck on this.
Yeah. Welcome to what recording GameGorgon's like. We just talk about one thing for 40 minutes for no reason. Offensive subroutine nanites augment your attacks. You can choose to activate Nanite Surge.
I'm sorry, what surge?
Nanite Surge? Oh, I'm sorry. MacGuffin
Surge. Yeah.
MacGuffin Surge. You can choose to activate MacGuffin Surge when you attempt an attack roll instead of when you attempt a skill check. If you do, you gain a +1 status bonus to the triggering attack roll. That's pretty underwhelming for level 9. A +1 to your attack. And it's when you attempt the attack roll, you don't even get to wait until you know the result or anything like that. You just I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that.
What is happening in chat? Slow Runner says Waterworld equals best movie ever. Changed my mind. And then Kate Cunningham says Narrow Eyes. Did we go to prom together?
That's hilarious.
Because my date thought the same. Okay.
Remember, everybody, no posting personal information on public forums. Do that in DMs if you want to do that.
Repair module.
Yeah.
One action. Once per day, you trigger your body's repair programming, causing your body's MacGuffins to heal your wounds. You gain fast healing equal to half your level for 1 minute. While repair module is active, you can use other abilities that require you to use your MacGuffin. You can't use other abilities to use your.
Okay.
I like this.
Yeah. This is easily justified, I think, and also. Fast healing is really strong, and I don't know very many ways to get it as a player. You know?
I like that one a lot.
Yeah, fast healing is really good. What does that say?
Consistent
surge?
Yeah.
For what you need. Okay. For what you need to have Nanite Surge. So it's like a consistent Nanite Surge. Your nanites are incredibly effective, capable of improving your body's efficiency regularly. You can use Nanite Surge, once every 10 minutes rather than once per hour. Cool. This seems to be very, I don't know. This is the last level as well. The last one, Revivification Protocol.
Free action once per day.
Yeah. If you have the dying condition and you're about to attempt a recovery check, your nanites are programmed to automatically revive you. You are restored to 1 hit point, lose the dying and unconscious conditions, and can act normally on this turn. You gain or increase the wounded condition as normal when losing the dying condition in this way, and this is a free action. And you can do it once per day. That's pretty good. That's like the anti-Krug dying thing.
I like that one a lot too. Yeah. I think that one with the repair module is very much a barbarian try to kill me kind of thing.
Yep. That's pretty good.
I like that a lot.
I, as a whole, don't really like this very much. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I think this represents a missed opportunity. I really wish they had done more to.
We didn't talk much about the art though, but I like the.
Art's great. I love the artwork.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was kind of
just this, look. I just would like to point that this is not a Revolutionary era gun right here.
Yeah, what is that though?
It's a magic laser pistol.
Yeah, but why? Where did that come from?
We'll find out in guns and armor, guns and ammo.
Yeah.
All right, how do you pronounce that?
Aphorite. Aphorite. I don't know where the emphasis goes on which one of the syllables.
Look, it is the character Krug wants to be.
I mean, look at it go. It's so cool.
What is in her hair?
Gold.
I love gold.
Okay.
Look at the texture in the shield and on the shoulders.
Yeah.
I really like that a lot.
Yeah, that looks like a shield that's fucking blocked some damage. As opposed to, why is there a kobold right below that?
What do you mean?
Scroll. Why is that there?
Are they a heritage, like a versatile heritage?
Yeah, they are. They must be. You're right. They are.
Boom. Yeah, because they don't have any. They're not an ancestor. Yeah.
So it says once perfectly identical beings who bridged the gap between Axis's perfect order and mortals' unrestricted existence, Aphorites are now lit more by the spark of free will than the beacon of cosmic law. I really think this is like a heritage for monks. It really feels that way. For monks that are like more wisdom than martial.
Well, let's look into the feats and let's see if that's true. Guess what? It's a lore feat.
Ooh, the pattern.
Oh man, you possess a strong understanding of process among mortals and lawful outsiders alike. The source of this knowledge might be intuition, study, or a childhood spent among other. Okay, so this is what I do like about these, and I think what you were complaining about earlier is that this allows the freedom of the player to come up with the reasoning of why they have this feat. Yep. Versus like I have a MacGuffin that's inside of me that does this.
Yep.
Right.
The source of the knowledge, and it's not even restricting you to one of these things as options. It's saying the source of this knowledge might be intuition. It's basically saying, here's some ideas.
Mm-hmm. You gain the trained proficiency rank in diplomacy and society. If you would automatically become trained in one of these skills, you instead become trained in a skill of your choice. You also become trained in Axis lore. Don't care. Next one. Sorry. I look. I understand.
You don't have to pretend. You don't have to pretend. It's fine. Internal cohesion. Axis's order suffuses your body and it helps maintain coherency. You and your allies can treat wounds without healers. Wow. Without healers tools once per day. This is a separate sentence. I didn't put a really good pause there, but you can do that period. And then also once per day, when someone rolls a failure or a critical failure on a check to treat wounds, you can focus on your internal cohesion to increase the degree of success by 1 step. Wow. When someone rolls When someone rolls a failure or a critical failure on a check to treat your wounds. Okay, I missed the word your. Your is important there. You can focus on your internal cohesion to increase it by 1 step. That's pretty good. I like that it affects your allies too. Like if you're not the healer, taking this is still valuable. If you have like literally no training whatsoever in medicine, taking this is still valuable. That's neat.
Intuitive crafting. Your affinity with the process and order makes you a natural artisan. You gain the train proficiency rank in crafting. You gain the specialty crafting skill feat in a specialty of your choice. Sure. And chat's talking about something that's really interesting. There's like Tieflings are evil, Aasimars are good, right? The Dusk Walkers are neutral, Aphorites are law, while the Gonzai are chaos. Which I don't think we've gotten to them yet.
No, but they are in this book. And the interesting thing about that is that there's also a similar type of distribution for the elements, right? So there isn't an earth elemental, quote unquote, fire, air, and perhaps one more that I'm missing, water, all in this book as well. So they're giving you all of the alignments as ancestries or heritages and all of the elements as well, which is awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Lemma of vision.
Mm-hmm.
You've solved the tiny You've solved the tiny stepping stone in your self-discovery, awaking new depths in your sight. You gain dark vision.
That was a lot of words to say.
That's so good. What do you mean? Don't shrug at that. Dark vision's like the most powerful thing in the whole game.
Oh yeah, I mean, because theoretically the last one.
I don't have dark vision and I know how it feels.
No, but what I was gonna say is, I think it was the android. You get low light vision, or do you get dark vision? Low light, yeah.
But this just gives you straight dark vision for a level 1 feat. That's especially with the rest of these not being as good at all.
Fifth
Easy
level
dark vision.
5th level crystalline dust, 2 actions once per day. You've learned to disperse the crystalline moat coating your body as a haze. You become concealed. Though you can't use the concealment to hide or sneak as normal for concealment where your position is still obvious. The moat still within an inch of your skin move with you and last for a number of rounds equal to half of your level.
Crystalline moats. It's
whatever.
Description. The fish. Okay. Eyes, hair. These tones usually vary between copper, gold. Okay. Other manifestations.
Out loud? What is happening right now?
Yeah. Other manifestations include skin infused with shimmering crystalline motes or glowing symbols appearing across the body. Inconsistent. Okay, that doesn't really explain why. I was hoping for why they have crystalline motes, but I guess.
Oh, gotcha.
This is intercorporate. Once per day. No, it's intercorporate. I don't know what that is. That a word? Once per day, you're afflicted by disease. The requirements is you're afflicted by disease or poison, or are taking persistent damage. Your ordered physiology rejects unwelcome elements. Choose one. Disease or poison. Attempt a saving throw against the affliction at its current stage. On a failure, the affliction's stage doesn't increase, but you suffer the effects of the stage you were already on. On a critical failure, the stage is only increased by 1. Or persistent damage. Attempt a DC 10 flat check to recover from the persistent damage. And this is a single action that you can take to give yourself this attempt a new save against these things, which is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Saying hello to a couple people. What's up? T-Dog Plays and Firestarter. How's you guys' nights going? Offensive analysis, feat 5. You enhance your senses to mental state to consider every aspect of an attack. You can cast True Strike as a divine innate spell once per day. I also like that.
Yeah. That fits really well flavor-wise. Also, Dayton had a hilarious replace crystalline motes with MacGuffin.
Yes.
So that was offensive analysis, right? And then there's analyze information. You can stoke your mind into a burst of analytical prowess. You can cast 3rd level Hypercognition once per day as a divine innate spell. I don't actually know what Hypercognition does.
Also, yes, we know that is the same as targeting system, which is what it's the exact same thing.
Yep. You rapidly catalog and collate information relevant to your current situation. You can instantly use up to 6 recall knowledge actions as a part of casting this spell. For these actions, you can't use any special abilities, reactions, or free actions that trigger when using recall knowledge. Dang, that's a lot. That's cool. I like that. It's just 6 free recall knowledge actions. I love that. Oh wait,
in the middle of combat.
Yep.
Oh,
it doesn't matter what the spell is because you could use it.
Ancillary MacGuffin. Crystalline Dust is a requirement. You can use Crystalline Dust once more per day. Special, you can take this feat more than once, gaining more uses of your Crystalline Dust per day each time.
Really? That's interesting. It's just like you can use this ancestry feat to gain charges of a previous ancestry feat. That's interesting. I have not seen that kind of mechanic implemented yet.
I'll be honest.
Literally all it does is just give you charges.
I'll be honest. It feels like a filler because they could have easily put this special right here inside Crystalline Dust.
Yep.
The more you take,
I think that's why we haven't seen it before.
Yeah.
You can take this again.
Yep.
Because that doesn't change anything. Like, it's not like you can take 2 level 5 feats at level 5. Right? When do you get ancestry feats?
1, 5. I thought it was every 5 levels, but that could be wrong. I could be wrong. I don't remember. Crystalline Cloud. More MacGuffin.
Where is when you use MacGuffin Dust?
Yeah, when you use MacGuffin Dust, you can spend 1 additional action to disperse the motes as a 10-foot radius cloud centering on you instead of a haze. The activity gains the concentrate trait. All creatures within the cloud become concealed, and all creatures outside of the cloud become concealed to the creatures within it. It's what is it called? It's one of those shadow things. Like, it's the same as like the shadow clouds, or like the
Yeah, we've literally read one exactly like this, except for you can't use it to become undetected was also written in the text. Which is fine.
I like this. I mean, I think this is interesting. Like, it adds to it. Like, hey, you can become concealed. Well, now your entire party, as long as they're within like a 10-foot burst. Yeah,
I think it's cool. I don't think it's as what's the word I'm looking for? As accurate of a flavor as it could have been. I don't know why it's focusing so much on this concealed thing, but I guess we'll see. Preemptive reconfiguration. Once per day, when you would take bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage, your body anticipates the blow. The impact area briefly reorganizes into a strengthened tissue lattice that blunts the attack. You gain resistance equal to your level to the triggering damage type, which applies against the triggering damage. If you have the Crystalline Dust feat, you can use Preemptive Reconfiguration without expending a usage of the reaction. Wait, really? You can use Preemptive Reconfiguration without expending a usage of the reaction for the purpose of the feat's frequency limit. Instead, the usage counts towards your number of Crystalline Dust uses per day, as if you had used that feat instead. That's pretty cool. So you can use this once per day, but you can also, instead of using this once per day, you can use it instead of your Crystalline Dust. That is pretty cool. I like that.
Impose Order, reaction 13th level, once per day. You would critically fail a skill check or suffer an effect with a misfortune trait. You shift the underlying fabric of reality to impose baseline to order. If the targeter was a skill check, you instead receive a the result of 10 plus your proficiency bonus. Don't apply any other bonuses, penalties, or modifiers. If the targeter was in effect with the misfortune trait, the misfortune and fortune effects cancel each other out as normal, negating the targeting misfortune effect. Okay.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Oh, this one has a 17th capstone.
Oh,
look at the name. Oh my god.
Channel the God Mind. Wow. You tap into the God Mind's collective cognitive well, rapidly parsing near infinite variables to read your surroundings. For 1 minute, you gain precise motion sense out to 60 feet. You can see invisible creatures and objects, and you gain the effects of 9th level True Seeing. What? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's cool.
I just want to read 9th level True Seeing really quick. You can see things within 60 feet as they actually are. Counteract against illusion or transmutation, but only for the purpose of determine whether you can see through it. That is pretty good. That you basically just know everything around you.
Look at this beastkin. Look at this beastkin.
Are you excited about Beastkin? I have a feeling that you're excited about Beastkin.
It's just honestly, I have no idea what any of the feats are like. I just love this art. Look at this dude.
It looks pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of Hagrid.
Kinda.
You know? The general vibe of Hagrid.
Big F freaking axe. Yeah. So this is another versatile heritage. I love this bird person. This is cool. Okay. So this is awesome. You get change shape as a single action. You can change into a humanoid or hybrid shape. Each shape has a specific persistent appearance, and most beastkins remain in the hybrid shape by default. In hybrid shape, you appear as a mix between an ancestry and your inherent animal. While in hybrid shape, you gain a jaws unarmed strike resembling the feature in your inherent animal, fangs for a bat, beak for an eagle, mandibles for a wasp, and so on. Your jaw deals 1d4 piercing damage, have the agile, finesse, and unarmed traits, and are the brawling weapon group. In your humanoid shape, you retain appearance of the original ancestor. Tell me that wouldn't be a cool monk.
That's pretty cool, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't use the
1d4 piercing damage. Like,
yeah, having piercing damage would actually be really good. Being stuck on bludgeoning is rough sometimes.
Mm-hmm. All right. So first level feat animal senses, you gain one of the following senses available for your inherent animal: dark vision, low light vision, or scent. Imprecise for 30 feet. You must have low light vision before you can gain dark vision with this feat. If your inherent animal doesn't typically have a specific type of sense, you can't gain the sense with this feat special. You can select this feat multiple times, choosing different senses each time.
That's a cool level 1. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's very versatile, and you can kind of scale it, I guess, for lack of a better term. And getting access to imprecise scent is not very common, I don't think.
Mm-hmm. Again,
you were excited about critter shape. What?
It's also
also not lore. Is that what you're saying?
It's not lore. Yeah. Critter shape once per hour. You can use change shape to enter a critter shape. While in critter shape, you gain the effect of a first level pest form, except for you can only transform into an animal matching your inherent animal. You can remain in critter shape for up to 10 minutes, after which you are transformed back into your hybrid shape and can't enter your critter shape again for 1 hour. You can instead use change shape to return to your humanoid or hybrid shape at any time during the duration of the critter shape. If your inherent animal is normally a larger than tiny, you transform into a smaller, younger version of the animal, such as a tiny bear cub. If your inherent animal has a flying speed, you can turn into that animal. Unlike normally for first level pest form, you can still gain a fly speed.
But
that is so good.
But you still don't gain a fly speed, is what it says.
Oh, that's stupid.
That was an example of you seeing exactly what you wanted to see.
I wanted to see.
But that's pretty cute. I mean, it's honestly just cute. That's where I'm at with it. It's very adorable to be able to be a tiny bear cub. Literally a tiny bear cub.
Again, all of these so far, these 2 first level feats are super cool.
Yeah. I will admit
flavorful.
they're very they're way more flavorful than giving a certain kind of lore. A quick change. When you roll initiative, you can use a free action. Your instincts kick in and you take on an aggressive stance. You can use change shape to enter your hybrid form or a new form granted by a beastkin feat. Nice. That's cool. That's kind of like a monk feat, but with polymorph.
Animalistic resistance or resistance.
Yeah.
I know, but I stopped myself from saying it, and then I was like, no, that was the correct word. Your animalistic connection helps you resist natural affliction. You get a +2 bonus save to resist disease and poisons. Cool.
Easy. Greater animal senses. Your senses advance to match those of your animal aspect. You gain one of the following senses available to your inherent animal. Echolocation, imprecise. Tremor sense, or imprecise. That's cool. I've never seen echolocation as a sense before. If your inherent animal doesn't typically have a specific sense, you can't gain the sense with this feat. And then you can select it multiple times, choosing a different sense or improving an imprecise sense to a precise sense. You can get precise echolocation. That's insane.
I like this a lot.
This is strong. This is strong and good and flavorful and customizable and just everything that is happy. Holy dang, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And to think I was like poo-pooing this a second.
You were.
Before we started recording, I was poo-pooing this hard. And yet here we are, actually reading it and going like, dang, this is good.
All right. Animal magic, 9th level. Your shape chain grants you a magical connection to the animal world. You can cast Animal Messenger, calm emotions, animals only, and speak with animals as 2nd level primary innate spells once per day each. These spells use your class DC or spell DC, whichever is higher.
Wait, you can also have precise tremor sense is also really good. Sorry, I'm still back on level 5. Precise tremor sense is also really, because you can like see behind walls basically with tremor sense. If you have precise
can see behind
sense.
walls. Krug. You can sense invisible creatures.
Yeah, if they move.
Yeah.
Like the difference is, right, like tremor sense, they have to be like touching the ground. Echolocation, you can just see anything that you would normally be able to see with line of sight, but
precise scent as well. Chat's saying precise scent.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, you can precise the scent too. Nice. Dang, that's way better than both of those things, I think.
Mm-hmm.
That's
everything has a scent.
Senses are good. Senses are really good. Sorry, pack tactics. You have mastered how to hunt with your pack. If an enemy is within reach of you and at least 2 of your allies, they're flat-footed against you. That's cool. Not for our group, but that's cool.
That's how flat-footed should just exist. Sorry. I hate the flat-footed, like, they have to be on exact sides of you for you to be flat-footed. I'm sorry. If I'm fighting 2 people, even if they're both in front of me, I'm not going to fight nearly as good as I'm going to fight against one person. Just saying. Anyways.
Deep breaths.
Dire form. Your hybrid shape is a hulking beast. While you're in your hybrid shape, you gain the effect of enlarge. Ooh.
Wait. While you're hold on. Yeah, there's no limit to getting into your hybrid shape. You can just do it. Mm-hmm. It's not like once per day or anything. You can actually just live in it forever.
Mm-hmm.
While in hybrid shape, yeah, there's literally no restrictions. So you can literally just be permanently enlarged.
Yep. This is Hagrid.
I am big.
Yeah, this
is
like
insane.
I'm thinking of an enlarged bear, just like a dire bear. Oh, love it.
This isn't even like, oh, when you switch into your hybrid shape, you gain enlarged. It's just, are you in hybrid shape? You are enlarged. End of thing. That's it. You were just now enlarged. It's not like triggering. It's just now that isn't an inherent part of your hybrid shape. That's really cool. Holy shit, this is so good. Gift of the Moon. You can share your power with others, but they can't escape the were creature's curse as easily as you can. What? You can cast a 5th level Moon Frenzy as a primal innate spell once per day. At 15th level, you can cast it at 6th level instead. At 17th level, your 6th level Moon Frenzy grants its standard effect, except the temporary hit points increase to 15, and the silver weakness increases to 15. I see. At 20th level, you can cast a 10th level Moon Frenzy instead.
Are we both Googling Moon Frenzy right now?
Mm-hmm. Moon Frenzy. It's a 5th level spell. 2 actions, 30 feet range, 5 willing creatures, 1 minute duration. Feral aspect overcomes the targets, making them tough and savage. Targets gain 5 temporary hit points, plus 10 foot status bonus to their speeds, and a weakness 5 to silver. They also grow vicious fangs and claws, which are unarmed attacks. The fangs deal 2d8 piercing damage. The claws deal 2d6 slashing damage and have the edge on finesse traits. The targets use their highest weapon or unarmed proficiency. Right. That's with all of that sort of polymorph unarmed stuff. On a critical hit with one of these unarmed attacks, the creature struck takes 1d4 persistent bleed damage. The targets can't use concentrate actions unless those actions also have the rage trait, with the exception of Seek. A creature can attempt to end the spell's effect on itself by using a single action which has the rage trait to attempt a will save against your spell DC. On a success, it ends the spell's effect on itself. If the target is in the light of a full moon, it also grows by 1 size if it were medium or smaller. This increases the reach of a medium or tiny creature by 5 feet. And then at 6th level, you gain 10 HP and silver weakness 10. And the damage dealt by the attack. And the damage dealt by the increases. The damage dealt by the attacks increases to 3 dice. So you deal 3d10 piercing and 3d6 slashing with your.
And the only difference with this is Gift of the Move would turn that from 10 hit points to 15 and weakness to silver 15.
And then the 10th level thing is 20 and 4 dice for damage.
I like this. This is cool.
That's strong. That's cool too. But they can't escape the were creature's curse as easily as you can.
Which that part doesn't make sense to me because there's nothing that says like it affect like other than
the spell can. The spell targets up to 5 willing creatures.
Yeah. No. What I'm saying is it says you share your powers with other, but they can't escape the were creature's curse as easily as you can. Like it makes it sound like there is a negative side to this. Other than at 6th level version of it's 15-15. That's the only difference.
Yeah, you're right. I don't see it. I don't see why they can't escape the were creature's curse as easily as you can. Maybe does anybody else understand that? Because I super don't.
Anyways, 17th level animal shape. You have full control over your shape and can transform into your inherent animal. You can use change shape to enter an animal shape. When you gain this feat, choose either aerial form, animal form, dinosaur form. After you choose a form, you can't change the form. While in animal shape, you gain the effect of the 5th level casting of your choice, a chosen form spell, except you always transform into an animal matching your inherent animal and can use your humanoid form AC if it is higher than that of what the giant form, unless it is higher than what the animal form grants. If an inherent animal isn't among the animals listed in the forms, you default to the statistics and abilities of a bird battle form, cat battle form, and a Dionysius battle form for aerial form, animal form, and dinosaur form. Representatively, at the GM's discretion, you instead default to a different form of the chosen inherent animal. You can remain in the animal shape indefinitely and can use change shape to return your animal form or hybrid shape at any time. If you choose the critter shape feat, you can choose to gain the effect of 4th level pest form, can remain in the critter shape indefinitely, and can return to your critter shape at any time after leaving the shape, just as you. God, that's a whole lot of
so
stuff.
Good. It's so many good things.
It's really, really good. It's really, really good. It's just a lot of stuff. Just a lot. Like my eyes were doing this. That's cool. I like it. It's a really great 17th level. Hey, I get to change into whatever the hell I want.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, that was. I honestly like the fact that you can literally stay in your forms as long as you want. You don't have time gates, which is like so cool. That's I think something that was missing from. I mean, lower level, you're in your beast form, quote unquote, but you can stay there as long as you want, and I love that part of this. That's so good.
Also, I would say this also would be a very, like, I know it's already kind of druidy, but this would be a very interesting druid because you can go one of the other forms of druid other than like the transformation version, like, and still have really cool transformation.
Stack them. You gotta stack them. Your form, your beastkin form is a bear, and they're like, oh no, it's a bear, and then you turn into a shark, and they're like, oh no, it's a shark, and then they kill the shark, and they're like, okay, now it's gonna be a human. No, it's still a bear. Now you just have to fight a bear. What's up?
Also, look, monk. I can see this. A cool monk.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. There's even a monk picture. Is that why you said that? That's probably why you said that. Huh?
Yes. Yeah, that's 100%
cool.
why I said that.
Yeah. Okay.
Why don't you go ahead and do animal swiftness?
Yeah. You move like an. Oh man. Is that an untyped speed bonus that I see? Oh, that's delicious. You move like an animal. Your speed increases by 5 feet. Do you see how it's untyped?
I do.
Jake, it doesn't have a type.
Yeah, I do.
That means it stacks with everything. Status bonuses, item bonuses, circumstance bonuses.
Do you remember how much you hated this group?
Yeah, I do. I do remember it. I remember it fondly, like I remember all of the other mistakes I've made in life. We saw Crew get horny over untyped move bonuses on live stream. Yeah, you did. In addition, you gain one of the following. What? Okay. In addition, you gain one of the following speeds available to your inherent animal: climb, fly, or swim. You gain this speed only while in your hybrid shape. The new movement is as fast as your standard speed. Oh my god. For example, if you have a 30-foot move speed, you get a 30-foot climb speed. If your inherent animal doesn't typically have a specific type of speed, you can't gain it with this feat. If your inherent animal doesn't typically have a climb speed or a swim speed, your speed increases by 10 feet instead. Oh my god. If your inherent doesn't typically have a climb, fly, or swim speed, your speed increases by 10 feet instead.
So
I would take this and I would have my animal be but can bears climb?
I think bears can climb.
Okay.
I don't know if they have a climb.
They don't have a climb speed. Bears don't have special speed.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'd pick bear.
And or chat saying like a horse. A horse.
Ooh, that'd be good too. And then I would just take the 10-foot speed increase. That's so good on a monk. Holy cannoli. If we ever play
an elf beast can get up an untyped plus 15.
Wait, is fleet untyped or is fleet status? Fleet. This is such a nonsense. No, fleet is increased by 5 feet. That is also untyped. That is 20. That is plus 20 untyped.
Look, I love them for the artwork. Krug loves it for the monk capabilities.
It's so good.
Fletchlings.
Who cares? Who cares about fletchlings?
Who cares about them? I could have a 10-foot bonus speed by being a horse bearkin or beastkin.
Once human announced something apart, fletchlings display the Shadow Plane's ancient influence through monochrome complexions, glowing eyes, and the casting of supernatural shadows. That sounds like you.
You're like, man. I had my day. It's your turn. 8 hit points, medium size, 25 feet, dexterity, and a free ability. So they only have the 2. So they're which is interesting. Common, Shadow Tongue. Just saying, love that name. That is a cool name. It's like, do you speak Shadow Tongue? It sounds like this.
Okay, cool.
Flat out get dark vision. Just flat out dark vision.
Nice. What are these? Hold on. They're other languages. They're uncommon languages they have access to are weird. So Alco and Draconic are normal, but then Dizirikograk, I cannot pronounce that, and then Necrol and Undercommon. They're just so evil. They're so evil. Can you guys tell that they're evil? I can tell that they're evil.
Can you? Can you tell that they're evil? I don't know if you can.
I can tell. We're gonna do they get anything interesting? Oh, the heritages. They have heritages because this is an ancestry. Bright. You emit dim light within 5 feet of you. You can activate or suppress this as an action, which has concentrate. You can also force fragments of your shadow to glow and cast dancing lights and light as occult innate cantrips. Cantrips are heightened to spell level equal to half your level rounded up. Cool.
That one's weird, but okay. Deep Fletchling, your predestination dwelling, desperation, whatever. In the Shadow Plane's deepest, most treacherous region, you might cast a denser shadow, have a lower pulse, or find comfort in the embrace of darkness. You gain a cold or negative resistance equal to half your level, chosen when you gain this heritage.
Predecessors dwelled in
Predecessors.
Shadow. Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool flavor-wise, but I just don't think cold and negative resistance. Oh, but equal to half your level is pretty good because that just scales for free. Okay,
exactly.
Okay.
That's why I like it.
Yeah. Liminal Fetchling?
Fetchling.
Fetchling, yeah. You come from a line of fetchlings with a closer connection to the ethereal and shadow planes, and you share those realms' affinity with the in-between and unseen. You gain a +1 circumstance bonus to locate undetected creatures within 60 feet when using the seek action. Your flat check to target concealed creatures is DC 3 instead of 5, and your flat check to target undetected creatures is 9 instead of DC 11. That's really good. That's the only way I've ever seen to lower those DCs ever. And it's a flat DC. That's so cool. I love that. You're just literally better against all kinds of stealth.
That's cool.
Yeah. Nice. I'd pick the shit out of that. That's awesome.
Resolute fletchlings. Your ancestry has long dealt with the horrific in the shadow plane or elsewhere, and you bear their mental fortitude. When you roll a success on a saving throw against emotional effects, you get a critical success instead.
I like it. Not as awesome and unique as Liminal, but it's good. Wisp Fetchling. I want to say Fletchling, but there's no L. It's Fetchling. Your ancestors' exposure to the shadow plane wrought great physical changes. Your hair or skin sometimes appears insubstantial. If your skin sometimes appears insubstantial, can you see like the muscle?
Organs? I don't know.
I don't know about that. And you're slighter and more agile than other fetchlings. You're small instead of medium. You gain trained proficiency in acrobatics, the quick squeeze skill feat, and a +1 circumstance bonus to acrobatics checks to tumble through. If you would automatically become trained in acrobatics from your background or class, for example, you instead become trained in a skill of your choice.
I could easily see the Wisp being a swashbuckler.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
Like very much get around. Being small is also kind of nice.
Yeah, too bad it wastes some of the power on giving you the quick squeeze skill feat. So whatever, you can't win them all.
All right. Oh God, Fletchling lore! Yay! We know it's gonna be a good one when we get some lore. All right. You learn.
So
Look. We all know. We all know how much I dislike lore already. So you learn the obscure lessons from your fellow Fetchlings. I'm doing it as well. I think I started doing it. I think I started it, to be honest with you. I think I'm the one that needs to say sorry.
Play back. No?
Yeah, it was
this
me.
isn't edited, my bad.
Yeah. You're trained in occultism and stealth. If you would automatically become trained in those skills, you instead become trained in a skill of your choice. You also become trained in shadow plane lore. Cool. Next.
Hard to fool. You're accustomed to seeing through shifting darkness and bewildering magic. You get a +1 circumstance bonus to perception checks against illusions, as well as to will saves against illusions and shadow effects. Okay. Reasonable. Not terribly unique.
All right, so before we go forward, can we just can we just talk about the step on me mommy vibes that I'm getting over here on this art?
I don't know what that means, so you can go ahead and talk about
that. It's just hot as hell.
Oh, okay. You step on you. Okay, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. It's the.
I thought this was emanating vibes that this person was like from their perspective saying "step on me."
No.
But like they have a dagger. What? I don't understand.
No.
I understand where you're coming from.
I want to be on the floor, and then I want them in those boots to step on me. That's what we're saying. Yeah.
Cool. Not edited. Just want to make sure you know that we're live. Okay. Just making sure. So
who said that? Shadow blending is a reaction. Yes. A creature attempts to flat check to target you while you're concealed or hidden due to dim light or darkness. You draw shadows close to create a shroud. Increase the DC for the flat check by 2. So it's very much the opposite of the heritage, like the where instead of being instead of 5 and 11, it drops it down to 3 and 9. This now turns around and makes it the other way around. 7. It's now 7 and 13.
Wait. A creature attempts to flat target you while you're concealed or hidden. Okay. So it's actually increasing both of them by 2.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love this. This is what I mean by like unique, you know? Like when I say unique, I mean, let's mess with the flat DCs to give someone a little bit more power. That's awesome. Shrouded Magic, choose 1 cantrip. And by the way, I just want to throw this out there. You know how we always say that something's like really niche or like works only in very specific circumstances? This is also that. This is also something that works in a very specific set of circumstances. But we're not bringing it up because it is worth it. It is worth the nicheness, right? If we don't notice, if we don't think up to ourselves, oh, this is really specific, that means that it's specific while also like justifying the specificity with the power or the fun of it, right? So that's kind of why we don't always say that. And I just want to get that out there because I don't think we always articulate that very well. Shrouded Magic, choose 1 cantrip from the occult spell list. You can cast this. Wow. You can cast this cantrip as an occult innate spell at will. Heighten the spell level equal half your level rounded up. Damn. That's really good. You just get a free cantrip, any free occult cantrip.
And this exists in other places, so it's not like special unique, but it's I think it fits with it. It's interesting. Shrouded Maine.
But it's an innate spell.
I gotcha.
We don't see a lot of innate spells, do we?
Shrouded Maine. You're used to dealing with dangerous situations and sinister creatures. You become trained in deception or another skill of your... Oh God, why do I keep reading that? You gain the lengthy diversion skill feat as a bonus feat.
Okay. I mean, it's level 1. That's fine for level 1.
Oh, hey, we just got a raid. Hey, everyone. How's it going?
Oh,
welcome. We are currently going over the Ancestry guide, the new one that just came out today. We're at the Fletchling and talking about the step on me qualities that this beautiful woman has.
We're actually talking about the feats, but we already talked about the step on me qualities. That was you have to rewind. Oh, there's no rewind feature. Dang. Also, you're married. Just throwing that out there. I'm just gonna throw that out there real quick. Scroll down.
Where are we at?
Where are we at? I actually lost.
We're at Slink.
Oh, okay. You can move through the gloom with the speed of darkness. You can move 5 feet oh my god, move speed, yes. You can move 5 feet further when you take the sneak action up to your speed. Oh, up to your speed, okay. In addition, as long as you continue to use sneak actions and succeed at your stealth check, you don't become observed if you end a sneak action in dim light or darkness, as long as you have cover or greater cover or are concealed at the end of your turn. Okay, that's well and good. And I think the not becoming observed is strong. I don't like the fact that 5 feet move speed is like, does the opposite of scaling. That becomes irrelevant at a certain point, because at a certain point down the... I think it's just a skill feat. You can literally just move up to your speed with sneak. So literally this feat becomes less relevant the higher level you become. And I don't think that that's really that great. I don't think that skill feats should overshadow ancestry feats. It doesn't really make sense to me.
Yeah.
But it's whatever.
Also, chat. Yes, this is a Fez. And Jason also says, GG Live. Jake gets horny over goth mommy art, and Krug gets horny over untyped movement speed bonuses.
Fuck up, Jason. You fuck. Oh man. Oh man, that's so funny. Do you want to extinguish light?
Wait, did you do? Was that clever shadow? Is that what you just did, or you did slink?
Oh no. I did slink. You're right.
You can perform simple interact action with your shadow, such as opening an unlocked door. Anything your shadow interacts with must be within your reach. Your shadow can't perform actions that require significant manual dexterity, including any actions that require a check to accomplish, and you can't use it to hold items.
So why is this useful?
I don't know.
What can you do with this? If it has to be within your reach, why would you not just... Okay, maybe you need to touch something that is poisonous. And so, like, you know what I mean? Like a poisonous mushroom. And you reach out and touch it with your shadow because theoretically that wouldn't transfer the poison to your character. It's just a shadow.
Chat is yelling at us saying you can open a door with both hands full because it unlocks a better feat later. It's like a tail, an extra limb for basic interactions that lets you use your shadow to hold stuff. I would also say that it would be interesting. It would be, opening things that might be trapped also could be interesting.
Like, yeah, but it's the same distance from you.
So yeah, if it's like an AoE, but if it's like if the trap is, whoever opens it, technically your shadow
like takes an electric shock or something that's like part of the mech. Okay. Yeah. I think it's probably something you will be able to use. I think this is one of those things that you'll feel clever for figuring out a cool use for.
Sure. You know? I also think that chat says that it unlocks something cooler later, so that might be it.
that might be the whole reason. Extinguish light once every 10 minutes is the frequency. You wrap shadow around a single unattended light source within 120 feet. That's a good range. That is no larger than a torch. Any non-magical light source you target is automatically extinguished. For magical light sources, you counteract using your fortitude or thievery modifier against the target's DC. Your counteract level is equal to half your level rounded up. Successfully counteracting the light source suppresses its ability to produce light for 1 minute, but not any other effects. If you're in dim light or darkness when you extinguish light, the range is 240 feet. That's a very large range. I think the thing that makes this weakest is that it's once every 10 minutes.
And that it's two
actions. I mean, if you're 240 feet away, it doesn't really matter that it's 2 actions. You're probably doing some like infiltration or something. So if the actions matter, you're probably screwed anyways. But like, imagine a hallway and you can extinguish one of the torches in it. Like, is that really going to change the environment a lot? Your GM has to like know you have this and like make encounters around it being useful.
So what you're saying is that you would need a good GM, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, but that's not something everybody has.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is like a good GM takes a look at the things that your characters have chosen to do and be good at, and then uses those things or puts those things in front of the player so that they can feel cool and interesting for using the thing in which they have. So like,
wait, are you saying that good GMs don't intentionally try to kill their players?
Look, I don't try to kill you, but it just happens because you're bad. Okay.
Because you roll like 3 nat 20s in a row. Like literally go back and look at the footage, you garbage person. God.
All right. The next one. Lightless lithiness. Your body is almost as flexible as your shadow. Again, going back to the very attractive step on mainness.
Okay.
You when you're critically fail at squeeze, you get a failure instead. Additionally, when you roll a success on an escape check, you get a critical success instead. If you roll a critical success, you can step instead of stride up to 5 feet. There's a lot of squeeze. There is so much squeeze. I think they wrote this book just to annoy Krug.
The whole book just to annoy me. There is a disproportionate amount of squeeze in this book right now. I don't understand why. But I'm going to just ignore it and move on. Shadowy Disguise. You wrap yourself in shadow to change your appearance. You can cast Illusory Disguise as a first level occult innate spell once per day. Thanks for scrolling when I'm trying to read, jerk. This spell gains the shadow trait. I'm just kidding. You're great. That's cool. Why is it first level though?
I don't know. Anyways,
I don't know what levels it heightens at.
Hefting Shadow. Clever Shadow. Okay, so here's maybe be the feat that you like go into. Your shadow can contain objects. You can interact with your shadow to store or retrieve objects, just like you would a mundane container, meaning you can spend 2 interact actions total to store and then retrieve an object. For example, your shadow can contain 2 bulk of objects, which don't count towards the bulk you're carrying. This is flipping cool. The item remains solid, but takes on a shadowy patina while stored in this way through the item or in your shadow and can be detected normally. You gain a +2 circumstance bonus to stealth checks concealing the object unless someone knows to check your shadow for an item. This is cool. This is cool.
So this book also has a lot of storage feats because there was the rat folk one, there was the android one where you can do it in your arms, and now there's this where you can hide it in your shadows. That's a lot, and that's pretty neat. I'm kind of a fan.
I just think it's cool to be able to have 2 bulk of things that don't count against how much you can carry. And the fact is that you have, they're easier to, I don't know. I just think it's very interesting. I don't know.
Krug literally carries a maximum of 2 bulk of stuff at any one time.
But what I'm saying is, I don't know if it's worth 2 feats to get that though. That's the other question.
Well, and there might be another thing. You know, there might be another, it might get even better. We don't know. I mean, I don't know. You might know.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, Shadow Sight.
You draw on your connection to Shadow Plane to see through all but the deepest darkness. You gain greater dark vision for 1 minute. Everyone is going to make fun of me and unsubscribe from our channel when I say that I didn't even know that greater dark vision was a thing. We're going to go ahead and I'm going to read that just in case anybody else is as ignorant as I am. A creature with greater dark vision can see perfectly well in areas of darkness and dim light. Through such vision, though such vision is in black and white only, then it's not perfect, is it? Some forms of magical darkness, such as 4th level darkness spell, block normal dark vision. A creature with greater dark vision, however, can see through even these forms of magical darkness. So it's dark vision with the ability to see through magical darkness. That's cool. I like that. That's neat.
Shadow's Assault. Yeah, I think it's hyper specific, but I don't know. It's Shadow's Assault.
I mean,
a Shadow. What were you gonna say?
It's fine.
Yeah, you're like, just go on.
I was just gonna repeat what you said, basically.
The Shadow assaults your foes. You can cast Shadow Blast at 5th level occult innate spell once per day. At 17th level, your Shadow Blast is heightened to 6th level. As a 13th level feat, I don't know if being able to cast 1 spell once a day is that cool.
Shadow Blast? Is Shadow Blast like a really, really good spell? I'm showing the fact that I only play martial characters right now. You shape the quasi-real substance of the Shadow Blade into a blast. Choose acid, bludgeoning, cold. That's a very versatile spell. Electricity, fire, force, piercing, slashing, or sonic damage. And choose a 30-foot cone, a 15-foot burst within 120 feet, or a 50-foot line. The blast deals 5d8 damage of the type that you choose to each creature in the area. That is... And wait, what level? 5th? 5th level and then 6th level, which just increases the damage by 1d8. So that is really, really versatile, honestly. It's 2 actions. You can literally deal... I mean, it's not any damage type, but it's so many damage types. And it's a lot of different shapes. 30-foot cone, 15-foot burst within 120 feet, or a 50-foot line. That's really cool. I think that's really cool.
It's versatile. So, like, if you know something has a specific weakness, it's cool, but you cast it once.
Yeah. And the damage is, I think, underwhelming for level 13. 5d8 damage.
Mm-hmm. Well, and
if you know something's weak to something specifically, then it might pay off. But,
But like, even if it's got a weakness of 15 to it, right, which is pretty high. it's still not that great. And chat's saying it's a damage spell, so it has the underlying sucks. I avoid innate spells with DCs. They don't scale well. You don't want
because you're always with innate
with
spells. You're
DCs.
always trained. You're literally you can't go above trained. You're always trained.
Yep.
Unless you're a caster already. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan.
Skirt the light. You can travel the border between material and shadow planes and even bring others along. You can cast Shadow Walk as an occult innate spell once per day. Cool. Here's
Nice.
the one and only capstone. Also, this next one, you're gonna hate and I'm gonna love.
Oh no, yeah, I'm not interested in Flesh Warp at all. I'll do Pierce the Light though. You tear the veil between the material plane and its shadow. You cast Plane Shift twice per week. That's interesting. I've never seen week as a restriction. As an occult innate spell that can only target yourself, you can travel only to the material or shadow planes, and your body serves as the focus component. Interesting. I don't know. I can't think of very many instances where I'd be like, oh yeah, being able to go to a different plane is really useful right now.
I think the concept behind them are very interesting. They look cool. The feats themselves are mediocre. I feel they're not. I
think the DC altering ones are great.
Yes,
I love those. The rest of them, I'm not a huge fan of. But I can see how somebody would play them well. I don't know. It's not my style.
Yeah.
This is also not my style for strictly flavor reasons.
Wait until you read the things and you just be like, "Oh my god, I want to play."
Are they so good? Are they just all like you gain
hit
5
points 10, hit points 10, size medium, 25 speed, Constitution, and a free language is common. Oh yeah, common. Additional language equals to your intelligence modifier, and then it's got a whole bunch of. It's just normal things. Aberrations and humanoids as their traits, low light vision, unusual anatomy. Your unorthodox body resists physical afflictions meant for other creatures. You get a +1 circumstance bonus to saves against diseases and poisons. And
it doesn't even have a MacGuffin
yet.
Wait, really quick. Flesh warps are people whose forms were created or radically transformed by magic, alchemy, or unnatural energies. Their unorthodox appearance can make it difficult for them to find a place for themselves in the world. So they're not like evil. They were just constructs that were like, whoops.
It's Frankenstein's monster. It's Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah. Can you scroll back up really quick to the flesh warp like page, the first page with the lady with the staff?
Mm-hmm.
She has a mouth on her neck. I just wanted to point that out.
And fingers on her head.
Oh boy.
She also has looks like 2 right arms and maybe no left arm.
And perhaps no left arm. That is and 1 leg, or is that just the way the dress works? Because that would explain why.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
All right, let's go.
Or maybe it's fortunate. That neck mouth might do like 10d12 damage or something crazy.
All right, so created flesh warps. You are created through an occult or an alchemical process, such as being grown in a vat or stitched together from the body parts of other creatures by a scientist in Yastavo. Yes, whatever. A place. Your manufactured body is durable. You don't need to eat and can't starve. You gain a +2 circumstance bonuses to saving throws against disease. The fact that you don't have to eat is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. That saves a lot of money.
You're those rations? Fuck you.
You want to give me some rations? Although it doesn't say that you don't need a drink, so you might still need a drink. Liquids. Transformed by uncontrolled magic, this is, by the way, mutated flesh warp. Transformed by uncontrolled magic, you originated in the Mana Wastes or another region similarly devastated by uncontrolled magic. Due to your toughened or redundant organs, the DC for your checks to recover from persistent bleed damage is 10 instead of 15, and it's reduced to 5 instead of 10 if you have particularly effective assistance recovering from the persistent damage. What does that mean? If you have particularly effective assistance, like if somebody gets a crit trying to aid you to recover from bleed damage or medicine check or something, it just says particularly effective assistance. That's too vague in my opinion, but I think it's cool. It's bleed damage is definitely not uncommon, you know.
Yeah. Shape Wrath Flesh Wrap. A victim of flesh wrapping, you likely bear loose flesh, bony spurs, or features of unhuman creatures sprouting from your skin. You have nevertheless turn the psychic tool of your transformation into a strength. You gain resistance to mental damage equal to half your level, minimum 1. You okay?
Oh, Dayton explained it. So other people can do a 2-action activity to help you recover from persistent damage, which we know. But apparently, if they do something particularly fitting, the DC goes down to 10 normally. So it's just like a roleplay thing that's built into the recover activity, right? And this mutated flesh warp makes it go down to 5 instead of 10. That's cool. I like that. I honestly didn't even realize that was a thing that happened.
I agree. Resistance to mental is pretty rare.
Yes.
That is not like.
I was honestly looking for something like that for Krug, and I could not find it. And this is definitely not where I'm going to be getting it from.
And Krug is now a flesh wrap. Okay.
Yep.
Technological flesh wrap.
Yeah. Oh, the nanites. Your transformation is due to manipulation by advanced technology, like that found in Numeria. Your emotions are dulled due to hard to influence. When you roll a success on a saving throw against an emotion effect, you get a critical success instead. That's pretty good. Yeah, all right. Neat.
Aberration. Yep, aberration kinship. Your mind resonates with the inscrutable thought process that inhuman aberrations use to communicate. You can cast Mind Link as an innate what?
Jason said new Taco Bell flesh wrap supreme.
I'm glad he's going that way and not going fleshlight.
That was funny.
You can cast. Sponsored. You can cast Mind Link as an innate occult spell once per day. You can target only aberrations. Seems specific, but okay.
Yeah. I mean, Mind Link is all right. Well, I mean, the next one you gain Dark Vision.
Yep.
Cool.
Well,
I feel like we've seen that 3 times now.
But Dark Vision,
first level feat.
Living weapon. You've learned to use part of your form as a weapon. When you select this feat, you gain a claw unarmed attack that deals 1d4 slashing damage and has the agile and finesse traits. A horn, jaw, or tusk unarmed attack deals 1d6 precision damage and has the versatile S trait, or a tail unarmed attack that deals 1d6 bludgeoning damage and has the backswing trait. Each of these unarmed attacks is the brawling weapon group. Your feature is mutable. You can select this feat as many times as and you can retrain into or out of these feats by changing the type of attack you gain. Special. You can take this feat multiple times each time you do select a new attack from this option above. I don't like it.
I love this. This is awesome.
Why?
Some of these traits are really good. Having unarmed piercing is really good, and unarmed versatile in general is really good.
Let me explain why I don't like this. Sure. This is a damage thing that you get at first level, which is 1d4 or 1d6, right? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, when you're level 20, it still does 1d4 or 1d6, and it doesn't matter.
But so when you rune hand wraps, it affects all of your unarmed stuff. So this will scale with your runes.
They can scale with your runes. Like you have to I don't know. It just
You have to invest into it. And I don't think it's versatile, right? I don't think this is something that is applicable to everyone. This is good at level 1 if you want to have a good unarmed attack, like you don't want to, get a dagger or whatever. And then it falls off by level 3 for almost everyone. But if you're doing an unarmed build, this is really good. Some of these traits, like backswing, is really good.
Yeah,
being able to get versatile is really good.
Yes, I will agree. If you're doing an unarmed build, this is great. For every other version, it's not.
100%. Yeah, this is not versatile. This is for a very specific build, but for that build, it is great. I really want that versatile on Krug, but boy, oh boy, am I never.
So I hear two things about the flesh wrap that you wish that you had. Okay. All right.
Damn it. Startling appearance. Yep, agreed. You are trained in intimidation or another skill of your choice if you're already trained in intimidation, and gained the intimidating glare skill feat as a bonus feat. Now, this is the part where Jake would normally talk for 45 minutes about how the intimidation feats should all stack with one another. But I think that since this is unedited, we should maybe skip that part for now, and we should move on.
All I'm saying is it should stack with Scared to Death. All right.
Kaz said, and Krug wakes up with no skin.
All right. Finned ridges. The ridges and flaps in your skin steer you through water. You gain a swim speed of 15 feet.
Oh, that's cool. That's really
early for
cool. Swim speed.
I like that. Yeah. I think it would be more interesting if it said like you gain an extra limb or you gain a fin or something like that, and it gives you a either climbing and or swimming speed.
Yeah,
like it but you had to choose it. That would have been more interesting.
I think that they shouldn't have used the word flaps.
Yes,
that's really gross. Gaping flesh. This is such a gross thing. This whole ancestry is disgusting. Once per day, triggered by a creature you are aware of damaging you with a melee strike. Your wound yawns open. Okay, Paizo, calm down. Appalling your attacker. The attacker must succeed at a fortitude save against your DC or spell DC, against your class DC or spell DC, whichever is higher, or become sickened 1, sickened 2 on a critical failure. It can't recover from the sickened condition while it's adjacent to you. That's cool. That's pretty cool.
Also, really
also
gross.
very, very gross.
Yeah.
I don't ever want any part of my body to yawn open that isn't my mouth.
Mutate weapon. One action.
Fleshy flaps for your flesh wraps. This is so gross.
Select one unarmed attack to gain with that you gained with living weapon. The damage die for the attack increases by 1 step until the end of your turn. In addition, choose to either have the attack gain a reach of 10 feet until the end of the turn, or for you to gain a +1 status bonus to attack rolls for the chosen unarmed attack until the end. Okay. I take back everything I said.
And it doesn't have flourish. It doesn't have the attack. This is literally just a stem. Select one unarmed attack you gain with living weapon. Damage for that increases by 1 step. And then in addition, by 1 step, in addition, you choose to either have the attack gain a reach of 10 feet until the end of your turn. Dude, can you imagine mutate weapon, flurry of blows, something at the end of your turn? You can move in there. Oh my God, that's so good.
Krug is a flesh wrap. Krug is a flesh wrap. Just think, you could have mental fortitude, you could have the living weapon and the mutate weapon right now.
I could do that. To be fair, this does not fit Krug's playstyle. Krug's about grapple.
What Krug gets on, just gets pummeled, and he goes to the edge of death, and Dr. Ravna has to do everything that they possibly can do to bring Krug back, and Krug becomes a flesh wrap.
Listen. If you see this happen on Court of Corvids, if this whole Dr. Ravna plotline comes to fruition, I want everybody in this stream to know that it was against my will. Don't think that I asked for it. It's so good though. It genuinely.
But here, okay. So let's go back a little bit. It is, but let's go back a little bit. Sure. Okay. So yes, flesh wraps, the idea of flesh wraps and like their overall aesthetic is gross, but that doesn't have to be Krug's aesthetic, right? Like the thing is, and the thing I talked about when we first opened this book is the fact that I love that we are seeing different art styles coming in and doing that so that we're not forced to think of cat folk always looking the same. The same thing goes with the flesh wrap. Like you could just have a massive scar that goes across your entire chest, across your back. Like you could literally just have like a giant stitching or scar that is on your body that you easily cover with your normal clothing, and people wouldn't see the difference.
And honestly, like if you look at the flesh wrap, the first page with the mouth neck, that looks like what I would imagine flesh wraps to look like in general. But then you scroll down and like even this little, I think it's a gnome, I don't really know, but they look almost completely normal except for like one side of their face looks burnt or something, but they don't have any gaping holes or anything. Like their clothing is patchwork, but that's not a part of the ancestry or heritage or anything. That's just the clothing they choose to wear. And then this individual might have additional faces, but that might just be cloth as well, so you never know, you know.
So the thing is,
this person has additional faces, but other than the additional faces, they look totally normal.
But again, you could easily be a flesh wrap without looking like a flesh wrap. I'm just saying.
Just for reference, the werewolf on the double page picture from earlier is a flesh wrap.
Oh. Is it really?
I'm curious as to how you know that, because I got no indication. I'm actually going to scroll back to it on my.
I thought it was a were creature.
Where even is that picture?
No, it's a beastkin.
No, it's a beastkin. Yeah, I'd be curious as to why you think it's a not a beastkin. They did a short story about that party. Oh, well, there you go. That's interesting.
I would have to read that because that's still weird and doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Anyways, let's keep going. Let's power through. Yeah. It is 8:30.
Boy, oh boy.
And I don't think we're going to get through all of it tonight. So
we got to hit the earth elementals before we go.
Okay,
that's my one thing.
So let's finish flesh wrap.
Let's finish gross. Yeah.
And then we also promised we'd go over weapons.
Oh, let's do weapons first then. Let's
finish this one. Okay, powerful gut. Your stomach is particularly durable when you succeed a fortitude save to reduce the second value, reduce it by 2 or by 3 on a critical success. Again, flat bonus. Not crazy. Uncanny awareness. You have a keen sense of movement around you. You gain the motion sense as a imprecise sense for 30 feet. Motion sense allows you to detect nearby motion through vibration and air movement.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
I like that. That's cool.
Yeah. Captivating curiosity. This not as good as beast. The beast senses, right? The beast senses were OP as balls. Captivating curiosity. This is the first level 9 feet. You can snare the attentions of onlookers with your unique appearance. I don't think this needs to be a feat. That's just something that's inherent. You can cast Enthrall as a 3rd level occult innate spell once per day. Okay. I don't really like the feats as much that give you innate spells. They just aren't as like creative.
Coating in slime sounds like a Krug thing. An acidic ooze.
Why? Wait. Why does that sound like a Krug thing?
Because listen to what I'm about to say. An acidic ooze coats your limbs. Unarmed attacks deal an additional 1d4 persistent acid damage on critical hits. That's why it sounds like Krug.
Oh, yeah. I'm into that. I'm all about that. Is a grapple, because a grapple is an attack. Is that considered an unarmed attack?
And we'll wait for Dayton to answer.
That is really good though. Persistent damage on unarmed attacks is rare at best. Yes, no. We got 2 conflicting answers. Giggle.
Eerie compression. Your limbs and even your torso can collapse on themselves, allowing you to fit through tight spaces as though you were a small creature. You can move at full speed while squeezing.
Oh God, they're literally like, let's give everyone squeeze. Let's just give everyone in this book squeeze. No combat maneuvers are not unarmed attacks. FAQ says hard no. Unarmed attacks have weapon stats with weapon damage die. Okay, fair enough. Grapple does not have that. Where we were on eerie compression, right? So
gripping limbs.
Okay. This isn't what I thought it was going to be. Nodules, hooks, or claws on your limbs allow you to cling to surfaces with ease. You get a climb speed of 15 feet. Yes, please. That's still really good.
Yeah, but okay. Again, I go back that this and the swim speed should be the same feat. And the fact that you have to wait for 9th level to get a climb speed versus you get a swim speed at level 5.
Or alternatively, they can make this one 30 feet.
Yeah. Not feels a little weak for 9th level.
Yeah.
Slip the grasp. One action, you are grabbed, immobilized, or restrained. You have some features that allow you to quickly evade effects that restrain you. Attempt a check to escape. If you succeed, you can stride, step, or make a strike with a melee unarmed attack targeting the creature you escaped from. If you fail, you instead attempt to escape a second time. You increase your multiple attack penalties as appropriate for the actions you took, but only after completing both actions.
What is this feat? This is so strong.
This is
so strong.
Got it. I'm gonna make
It's a flourish, though. At least it's a flourish.
I'm gonna make a fleshling or a flesh wrap that is gonna go after Krug, and he's gonna have this feat.
Yeah, he is. God damn it, dude! This feat is really genuinely great.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Fuck. I guess like grappling. No, that's not that uncommon actually. And the thing is, usually when a monster grabs you, it grabs you as the result of a successful attack. So you usually don't even get a save. So this is just like great on so many levels. That's awesome. Augment senses, more senses stuff. You open vestigial eyes, unfurl. I don't even know that word. Tympanic. I don't know what that means. Tympanic flaps of skin, also gross, or otherwise enhance your senses. Until the start of your next turn, you gain the following benefits. You can't be flanked. Damn, they could have just stopped right there. When you seek for a creature, you scan a 60-foot cone instead of a 30-foot burst. Or a 30-foot burst instead of the normal area. And when you seek for hidden objects, you can search a 15-foot square instead of the normal area. Wow.
So Google says it's tympanic.
Tympanic. What does it mean?
Tympanic.
Actually, you know what? I don't want to know what it means because it's followed by flaps of skin.
Well, it says relative or to having tympanum, and it says or to reassembling or acting like a drumhead.
A timpani? Is that the root word? Or
N-U-M.
What's tympanum? Tympanum is the tympanic membrane or eardrum, which is also very similar to a drumhead. So okay, I get it. Gross, but okay. Do you want to read spew tentacles? It's a feat that starts with spew.
Yes, I do. I was just reading. Jason said you literally fought one of said monsters in the last episode of Court of Corvids.
Yes, we did. We did in fact do that. It was annoying.
Spew tentacles. I'm already into it because this is tentacles. You can open your mouth to an immerse. You can open your mouth to an immersive size,
into an immense size, and spew forth an impossibly large field of tentacles. And the feat. This is the only thing we need to know. This feat is the strongest feat in the game.
Need the hentai trait. Agreed. You can cast black tentacles once per day as an innate occult spell. Although when you do so, you spew them from your mouth out to the appropriate range where they take root and begin grappling targets as usual. The tentacles recognize you as part of them and don't attempt to grapple you when, even if you are in the area. That is so gross.
It is so gross, and definitely not something that Krug is going to do.
Again, yeah, sadly innate spell with that DC base.
That's true. Yep.
All right, so
I mean, it's good for if a caster takes it. I could really see a caster getting a good use out of this because, like, being able to grapple people in place and potentially restrain them is like really strong if they're coming at you, you know?
All right, so we promised we'd go over weapons, so let's do that.
Yes.
But while we go there, let's look at this beautiful art.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh. Why does this make me think of Alex? I like
what is this? This is also something that appears to be missing something. Because like look at the horn. The horn doesn't look normal.
Yeah. It feels like there isn't like an outline. I don't know.
I love with all my heart. Don't you dare scroll by it until you fucking you have to zoom in on the belt there and show that face off. That's the best thing I've ever seen. Yeah. I love that. You're not gonna zoom? All right, cool. I see how it is. Rude.
She's cool. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Fire that laser gun. Pew!
What else? Oh yeah, these are the Ifrits. I super like them. Like their look. I'm excited to go over this. And the Oread. Oh my god, this is like legit what I want. I actually might choose this.
That's cool.
I don't know. I mean, if we could figure out a way to work it into the story.
Yeah. First of all, as a person that creates the world, we can make anything happen. I literally came up with a way to make you a flesh wrap within like 30 seconds.
Yeah, that was pretty good actually. I mean, not good in the sense that I want it, but good in the sense that it was a good justification. The delicious soup. I'm way ahead of you, by the way.
Oh, okay. What? Yeah, tell me what page the weapons are on.
It is on page. Whoops. 139.
Oh, okay, I was like 3 something. I was like, oh,
wow, there's a lot. Wow.
Look at it's the class for people who want to play their fursonas.
138. Actually, there's a lot of ancestries for people that want to play their fursonas in this.
Oh god, we have to come back and do this again because I want to go over sprites. I want to go over
sprites. I want to go over all of the elementals. There's like, I don't know. There's nothing I want to not go over. But do you want to come back and do another live one?
Yeah, let's do this next Wednesday.
I'm down.
If that works for you.
Yeah. I mean, what am I going to be doing?
All right, 138, right?
Correct. 138 in the book, not in the.
Yeah. I'm at 136. Okay. Gear.
Boom.
So, you were talking about weapons. You were saying that it was posted wrong somewhere.
Well, these are the ancestral weapons, right? So it's like.
Okay, this thing's fucking cool looking.
The booing. Boo.
Yeah.
Boo. The stat block is on the next page of all the melee weapons. There are some traits that we need to go over. I don't know what some of these traits are. Is there? I guess now is a good time to look and see where those are. I think there's actually.
I mean, they're right here. They start right here.
Oh, you're right. Aha. Okay, the weapon traits section includes the following new traits. Wait, what is Grippy? Gripply? It's right there. Gripply's craft and use these weapons. Oh, okay. Okay, there's Genkan. Genkan crafting use these weapons. Kunsu's crafting use these weapons. Hampering. Here's an interesting thing. Okay, a weapon with the hampering trait is designed to be shaken, cast outward, or whipped about to control space on the battlefield. You can use an interact action to thrash the weapon in a square within the weapon's reach. That square becomes difficult terrain until you attack with the weapon, move, or would otherwise stop intentionally thrashing it. Interesting. Modular is in here. This weapon has multiple configurations that you switch between using an interact action. Typically, switching between configurations of a modular weapon allows it to deal different types of damage that's possible for the weapon's description. Okay, so this is the same exact modular that was in Guns and Gear playtest.
Mm-hmm.
Resonant, this weapon can channel energy damage. You gain the conduit energy free action while wielding. What is the? Oh, it's literally right below it. I'm the dumbest guy. Conduit energy free action. Your last action or spell this turn had the acid, cold, electricity, fire, or sonic trait. You channel energy into your weapon. The weapon deals 1 additional damage per weapon damage die until the start of your next turn. The damage type matches the trait of the triggering action or spell. If your triggering action or spell had multiple eligible traits, you select one. That's pretty cool. As just like a weapon trait.
This is that. Okay. this whip, and I know we haven't seen it, but the Mangus.
The Magus, yeah.
I think that is an interesting aspect of it, because this is very much, this is supposed to very much do the caster like melee, like the mix, the hybrid. Because if you're going to be casting a spell that has the acid, cold, or electricity, fire, or sonic trait, now it says your last action or spell. So I don't know what I mean. I guess throwing an acid flask. I don't know if that would work.
Had the acid. I mean, it has the trait. But it could also be like an action that lets you recast a spell, for example. I don't know. What has that? What has the? Do you see it anywhere? Resonant? Oh yeah, there. The Wish Knife and the Wish Blade. They're uncommon weapons. They're uncommon martial weapons. Are there any common weapons?
Cobalt Breath, for an example. Okay, yeah.
Oh, Cobalt Breath. That's good. That's a lot. Okay, the Adaze. I feel like the Adaze was in. Oh no, I'm thinking of Valheim. That's funny. Okay, so the Adaze is 1 gold, 1d10 slashing damage, 2 bulk, 2 hands, forceful, grippy, and sweep. And then the Adaze, the hand Adaze, I guess. Light bulk, 1 hand, 1d4 slashing damage, agile, forceful, grippy, sweep. Oh, and it's thrown. Okay. And the Rungu, is that a thing? What is a Rungu? It does not say. Okay. Grippy, shove, gripply, not grippy, shove, and thrown 30 feet. Wow, that's really far. God, I wish I could pronounce things better.
Okay, look, it's fantasy and a language that we don't speak. So,
I mean, the rest of these are pretty normal. Fangwire is pretty good. Agile, backstabber, deadly, D8, finesse, grapple, and kobold. That's interesting. That's like a garrote sort of thing, isn't it?
I mean, it's only 1d4 slashing, and
it's in the brawling group.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's meant to deal. It's meant to crit, right? Like that's its whole thing. You're meant to do this with like sneak attack and all that stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, everything else looks pretty normal.
Yeah, tricky pick. Backstabber, fatal, kobold,
tall launcher, 10 gold, 1d10 modular, 100 feet range, reload 1, bulk 1, 2 hands. It's a bow, deadly d10, and it's modular, bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing.
Wow, that's pretty good. 100-foot range is pretty good. It's an advanced weapon.
Yeah.
It's 1 silver for 10 wooden taws.
Look, all I'm saying, gunslinger, tall launcher. That's all I'm saying.
There's some new runes, ancestral runes. The following runes are popular among some of the ancestries found in the Inner Sea region. Soaring armor is common among flying ancestries. Okay, so there's conducting. A conducting weapon can channel energy through it. The weapon gains the resonant trait, except that when you conduct energy, the weapon deals an additional 1d8 damage of the selected type instead of 1 additional damage per die. If the weapon already had the resonant trait, it deals 1d8 damage plus 1 damage per die instead. On a critical hit, the weapon deals 1d8 persistent damage of the same type. That's really good. And it's only level 7. That's really good. Oh, it's 300 gold. Damn. And then soaring, 3,700 gold. 14th level. It's an armor rune. A set of soaring armor helps you fly faster and protects you and nearby allies from falling. While wearing soaring armor, you get a 10-foot item bonus to your fly speed if you have one. As normal, if you have if your fly speed is based on your land speed, and you already have an item bonus to your land speed, these bonuses aren't cumulative. And then as a reaction, you or a creature within 60 feet of you is falling. You cast Featherfall on the triggering creature, and that does not appear to have any sort of limits. That is really cool.
Other than your reaction.
Yeah, it uses your reaction, but like not once per day or anything like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I like the runes. I kind of like the weapons too. I like the Wish Knife and Wish Blade. I still don't like modular very much. I want to see other configurations for modular that aren't just switching between those 3 damage types.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I do too.
But yeah, those are cool.
Yeah. And my light just died, so I think that this is
It's
a
great
good
timing.
great time to end this. I think we're gonna try and do this next week. I would like to try to do this on YouTube next week.
I also would have liked to do that this week, but then somebody in Discord said don't, and then I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, I asked Discord if we should do it on Twitch or YouTube, and they very specifically all unanimously said Twitch. So that being said, I still would like to test it.
Yeah, I do too, because and listen to our logic on this. This platform is great for having an audience and like coming and doing a live stream. YouTube is way better for like just new people discovering your channel. So that's like we still want that, clearly, you know.
Well, and not only that, GameGorgon specifically's audience is YouTube based.
That also, yeah, is very true. So I think we're going to get a lot more people joining if we do it on YouTube, like that maybe don't necessarily follow us on anything. Maybe they haven't subscribed to our channel or follow us on social media. They just watch our videos when they pop into the recommended thing, which is like not a small part of our audience.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'd get the notification and join us too, and that would be fun.
So BSSC2 asked the question, why not both? You can stream to both at the same time. So technically you can physically do that. Legally, legally you cannot. So if you
contractually.
Yeah. Well, legally, I mean, it's a legal contract that you sign. So legally is the correct.
I mean, we're not going to get arrested is the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah. I mean, you can suffer a fine in legal sense as well. So but basically Twitch anytime you stream to Twitch has the rights to it for 24 hours. That is their rule, that you cannot show something that has been on Twitch and put it on another platform within 24 hours. So you cannot technically, legally, contractually stream to both.
A lot of people do, but I mean,
yeah,
we're trying to become Twitch partners, and so abiding by their rules is
important.
Smart. Yeah, yes. we're not about to call them out on that. You know, we're not going to call our bluff.
Exactly. All right, before we go, let's find out who we're going to raid to.
Ooh,
who
should we
raid to?
Raid.
Let's see who's in the Pathfinder group right now. Who's streaming on Pathfinder? We have the real gob sites. I like their overlay.
Yeah, that's where I went first too.
Let's do that. Let's go there. Go over there, put your raid emotes if you got them, and be super cool to them. Until
someone do a Twitch stream of yourself watching the YouTube stream in real time. That's funny. Thank you for joining us, by the way. That was very fun. I love these because I love actually being able to talk to chat.
Oh, apparently they're from the Dragons and Things community. Sure. Bye. Have fun. All right.
What is the Dragons and Things?